flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos, a 3, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in, and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime, goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry, handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, a really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Bay at the buzzer, hits the three, nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three, hit it. That's a 3 for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A three, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores two.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bull's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep three. Wow. Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh.
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A three, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores two.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bull's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it up top. Fay at the buzzer.
Wow.
Hits the three. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell. Deep three.
Wow.
Hit it. That's a three for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh,
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
you get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calero sends it in the corner to Santos. A 3, got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Nice post move, lays it up and in, and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones, the rebound, throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a three-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown. Good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it up top. Fay at the buzzer.
Wow.
Hits the 3. Nice looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long three, got it!
Nice. Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed. Out to Connell. Deep 3.
Wow.
Hit it. That's a 3 for South Loop.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau.
Oh,
Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
you get second, 6, and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Home, going back. Home will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Home, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A three, got it. His third from downtown in the quarter.
Cody with the bounce, gets it into Ryan. Ryan, nice post move, lays it up and in and scores two.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long three, she puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Bounce pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean. And Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. sent it back on the third. Now a chance for the Wolves again. Bottorff moves to the center position, sets the outside. Sending it across is Miranda Olsen. Fetty now with a roll shot, sends it across the net, but a little bit long and deep. On the hitting error, point Twin Loup, and the Wolves take their first lead here in the early points of set number 1. Bottorff with the serve. Good pass to the front. They'll set the outside. The attack coming. Played in the back row by Twin Loup. Bottorff sets Mahler in the middle. At the net. Sent back by Sandhills Valley. Bottorff will set it outside for Barker this time. He goes cross court and puts it to the floor.
Good ball movement that time by the front line of Twin Loup to work it from the center over to the left for Barker. And that crisscross attack, you and I had a great angle on it. We saw that was open.
Bottorff, the senior, continuing at the service line. 3-1 Twin Loup, first set. Pass to the front. They'll set middle. Blocked at the net, sent back, and then sent right back by Sandhills Valley. At the net with a nice play was Tessa Hansen, the senior for the Mavericks. Able to win the battle at the net. Sandhills Valley with the point, and the lead is 1 for Twin Loup. Sandhills Valley with the serve. Serve on its way. Pass to Bottorff, who will set behind her now for Barker on the right side. That sails long and out. Sandhills Valley has won 2 points in a row, and we're tied at 3. So we break the 3-all tie here early in set number 1. Serve on its way. Pass to Bottorff, who will set the outside for Olsen. Gets a swing, takes it off the block, but a beautiful save in the front row by Sandhills Valley. Twin Loup with it. Bottorff will set middle for Mahler. Redirects, covered nicely by Shelby Leher in the front row. Sent back by Sandhills Valley. Bottorff will set outside for Barker. That's played in the back row. Tipped over on number 2 hit. Now it's Olsen setting Mahler in the middle. Big swing and the kill for Reagan Mahler.
Good long volley that time. Twin Loup gets it in the end, but that was a very nice save by Shelby Leher to keep that one going, and she made a couple of good saves on that, but in the end, Twin Loup was able to set it up nicely.
Mattis Glidden the serve. Unreturnable. That'll be an ace. And Twin Loup is up 5-3. Set number 1, best 2 out of 3 sets, as we mentioned tonight, triangular format. Every set tonight will go to 25, win by 2. And that's another ace. Back-to-back aces by Glidden. And Twin Loup has won the last 3 points to go up by 3.
You know what's been impressive about Twin Loup this year, 9-8 on the season. They lost a lot of seniors from a year ago, a lot of players that were starting a year ago. But these folks that are out there, they got some playing time, and they're taking advantage of it this year as starters.
Leher with the attack on the front row, sent back by Twin Loup. Now they'll send it over to Leher again, trying to go back row, punched up in the air by Grint. Olsen is there. She'll send it across on the third. Free ball chance for Sandhills Valley. Backing up, getting a swing, Leher, and that is dug out nicely in the back row by Twin Loup, sent over by Olsen. Outside attack, Sandhills Valley. That's going to sail long and out. With the swing was Peyton Moore, the senior, but it goes out, and the point goes to Twin Loup.
Lady Mavericks have battled a few times here for long volleys, but the long volleys right now are being won by the Lady Wolves.
Glidden, the left-hander, sends it across. Outside attack coming for the Mavericks, and able to put it down was Tessa Hansen, the senior.
That was tipped at the front line, and I think that really helped out Hansen there. It's with that little tip, it fell in front of the defender.
Serve on the way from Trimble, the libero for Sandhills Valley. Back set, outside Mahler goes into the net. Point, Sandhills Valley. So we've seen Twin Loup take some early leads in the opening point of this set, but Sandhills Valley has kind of battled back every time they've gotten behind. They'll try to cut it to 1 now. Served by Trimble, a good one. Scrambling Twin Loup, they'll send it over on the free ball. As the middle attack comes from Sandhills Valley, and able to put it down was Rihanna Bruns, the sophomore.
And I remember Rihanna Bruns playing last year in this triangular over in Callaway, and she's got some good power, and she showed it right there.
Chance for the Mavericks to tie, and they do. That's an ace. So Sandhills Valley has run off 4 in a row, and we are tied again, this time at 7. Ani Trimble, the junior, The libero for Sandhills Valley remains at the service line as we break the 7-all tie. Pass to Bodorf, who sets up Grint, hitting out of the back row. Punched up in the air, comes down hard off the rafters. Tough to play when it comes down hard off the rafters like that. Sandhills Valley not able to return.
Yeah, and when it does come off that rafter, I mean, you know, earlier tonight I saw a very unusual one. Went up into the rafters and went right between everything without touching anything, and that's very odd.
Reagan Mahler with the serve. Sandhills Valley sets it back row. Some miscommunication. Nobody took charge. Ball will find the floor, and the point goes to Twin Loup.
And unfortunately, in the game of volleyball, if you have a hesitant miscommunication, it will be costly.
Serve on the way from Mahler. Trimble the pass to the front. They'll set Bruns on the outside. Good swing, but it sails just a little bit long. We had a good look at it. It was really close to hitting the back line, but sailed a little bit too long. And now the lead is 3 for Twin Loup. Mahler with the serve. Dug out by Trimble. They set middle, tipped over by Fetty. There to handle is Olsen. Bodorf sets middle for Grint. A big swing. Cassidy Grint with her first attack and kill of the night. And that'll force Sandhills Valley to take a timeout. We are in set number 1. Twin Loup 11, Sandhills Valley 7.
Is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Taylor Storage, Team Physical Therapy, Terry and Chandra Horkey TCH Seeds, The Ritz Cafe, Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Trotter's Woe and Go, Upstream Ranch, Valley County Health System, and What a Big Ranch, Casey, Kathy, Cash, Emily, Talon, and Zyson Tobias. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
Now we come back to Stapleton High School. Brent Apperson, Larry Kottner behind the mic, Christy Wells behind the camera. We're live on KBBN 95.3 FM, also with our live video stream accessible on sandhillsexpress.com. Opening match of the night, we're in the opening set as Twin Loup leads Sandhills Valley 11-7.
Sandhills Valley did a good job of tying this one up, but Twin Loup took it as a challenge and came back with 4 in a row.
Sandhills Valley in scramble mode. They'll send it back on the third. Chance for Twin Loup. Bodorf will set it behind her for Olsen. That's dug out by Trimble into the net. Sandhills Valley not able to return. Trimble made a good dig, but the pass went into the net, and when it does that, it's so tough to read and keep it alive, so the point goes to Twin Loup. Mahler throws one short. Scrambling again, Sandhills Valley, and they'll send it back on the third. Pass to Bodorf, who sets Grint in the middle, and Cassidy Grint delivers again.
And every time you get those good sets to Grint in the middle, and we don't have heights listed, but she's right around 6 foot, and she gets it in that area, she can slam it home.
Mahler with the serve. Fetty on the receive. Sent back on the second by Sandhills Valley. Bodorf sets behind her for Olsen this time, who powers it through the block and puts it to the floor.
Miranda Olsen, one of those players, she can attack like she did there off the right side, or she can set it up for you.
Twin Loup on a roll. Another timeout taken by Sandhills Valley. We're in the first. Twin Loup 14, Sandhills Valley 7.
Again, Burning Bank enables you to manage your finances from the bleachers, sidelines, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, reimburse friends and family for concession stand goods with Zelle, and even set up automatic payments or reminders to never miss a payment again with Bill Pay. The ball is in your court. Burning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all student athletes a safe and successful season. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
Back to Stapleton High School, the site of our Sandhills Valley volleyball triangular tonight. Out of the timeout, Twin Loup continues with the serve. Reagan Mahler at the service line, trying to keep this run going. Another good serve, dug out by Trimble. They'll set middle for Fetty, who gets a big swing. Chasing after it, Twin Loup. They'll keep it alive, and they'll get it back on the third. The set, middle for Bruns, blocked back. Kept alive by Bruns in the front row, sent back by Sandhills Valley. Chance for Twin Loup again. Bodorf will set behind her for Olsen. Takes it through the block, dug out in the back row. Kept alive by Sandhills Valley and returned on the third. Glidden will pass to the front. Bodorf sets it over the net on the overpass. Rihanna Bruns jumps up and puts it to the floor.
And Bruns did a good job. It was more than likely going to get into the net, but she saw that it was right up there to where she could play it and make for sure, and she got up there with the quick hit.
Natalie Newman, senior, will come in for Sandhills Valley. She'll go to the service line. Serve it from the middle of the line. Serve is in play. Bodorf will set it for Grint on the near side, and that will be kept alive in the back row by Trimble. Sent over by, nope, got 4 hits coming. So Sandhills Valley not able to return. The attack converted on by Cassidy Grint again, and Twin Loup leads 15-8 here in the first. Serve on the way from Miranda Olson. Bumped up in the air by the Mavericks. Fetty will send it over on the third, past to Bodorf, who will set it middle for Grint. The swing, punched up in the air, into the rafters, off of the rafters, and to the floor. Another kill for Cassidy Grint.
Been impressed as well, though, with Ava Bodorf. Bodorf has really done a good job of putting it right where she needs it and setting her up well so that she can power it.
Olsen with the serve. That one sails long and out. So on the service error, point and serve to Sandhills Valley. I remember visiting with Twin Loup head coach Tammy Phillips before the season. She said, the key for us will be our passing. If we pass good, our hitters can convert at the net, and that's kind of what has happened so far tonight. There's Grint with another swing. Cassidy Grint, another kill.
Cassidy had some health issues last year off and on throughout the volleyball and basketball season, but she looks 100% this year, and when she is at 100%, she is a weapon up there on that front line.
Twin Loup with the serve. Erin Smith in now. She will serve. Good serve. Set up for Bruns, and Bruns punches it into the net. Point Twin Loup as they go up 18-9. Opening set, best of 3 match. In the first match of this triangular this evening, Erin Smith, senior, another good serve. Sandhills Valley will set the outside with the attack through the block, kept alive by Twin Loup. Now the attack from Barker, and Barker able to put it to the floor as she collects the kill.
And on that attack by Sandhills Valley, that was a good cover right behind the defense by Erin Smith, and keep that one alive, and now she'll get the opportunity to serve for another point.
Smith puts it in play. Trimble on the receive. They will set it middle for Bruns. Was there a touch at the net? Yes, there was. So give the kill to Bruns. Rayanna's had a good opening set for Sandhills Valley, been able to make some things happen at the net. Now she's going to come out and give way to Sage Phelps, who will come in and go to the service line. Twin Loup 19, Sandhills Valley 10 as we play in set number 1. Phelps ready, puts it in play. Scrambling Twin Loup, and they will not be able to return. Well, that's the way you come into a match. You serve an ace.
And that's what you're asked to do if you're coming back there to play that back line and serve the ball while the front line like Bruns goes out. You step in, you're expected to come up with the big serves, and she does right there, does Sage Phelps.
Serve from Phelps to the back row, handled by Olsen. They will set it up for Grint in the middle. Got a big piece of the net, but enough power to get it over, and it just did climb over. Sandhills Valley could not regroup and make a play on it, and it's a point for Twin Loup.
She hit that one so hard she kind of almost whiffed it, and it still worked for her by hitting the net and going on over.
Now Cassidy to the service line. Grint sends it across. Sandhills Valley will set it for Bruns, hitting out of the back row. Sends it across, past to Bodorf, who sets up Barker this time. Barker has it sent back on the overpass. Barker goes up and terminates the point.
And that's good reaction there by Madison Barker, because she had just come down from hitting that. It came right back at her and just went off balance and found the zone.
Served by Grint, Moore on the receive. Good pass. Sandhills Valley sends it across. Now Twin Loup scrambling, but Cassidy Grint gets a swing out of the back row and terminates the point. 22-11. Twin Loup with the lead, and now Grint will come out. She'll be replaced at the service line by Melissa Slagle, the senior. Slagle will put it in play. Pass to the front. They will bump it up for Fetty, who gets a swing, but it is unable to clear the net. That's a point for Twin Loup, and now they're 2 away from taking the opening set. Fetty will come out. Natalie Sheets will come in to replace her. At the service line, Melissa Slagle sends it on its way. Good pass to the front. They will set up middle for the attack from Tessa Hansen. But again, it's unable to clear the net. Point Twin Loup, and now the Wolves will serve for set number 1.
Tough play there for Hansen to make. She had to step back to make that swing and was just a little off balanced.
Carson Vincent now into the match for Twin Loup to play the front row as Slagle will serve for set number 1, but it's wide and out. So on the service error, we continue to play. Point and serve to Sandhills Valley. Looks like Fetty's going to get ready to come back into the match, and Elizabeth Fetty, the senior, will go to the service line for Sandhills Valley. Fetty ready. Sends it across. Pass up into the net. Great tip on the front row to get it over by Vincent. Now the attack from Sandhills Valley. Shelby Layer able to power it through the block, and we continue to play here in set number 1.
Well played off the receive that time by Sandhills Valley, and got it quickly up to the front line for Layer.
Set point again for Twin Loup. Fetty will put it in play. They will set it for Barker. Bumps it over the net. Free ball opportunity for Sandhills Valley. They sent it for Moore, hitting out of the back row. Sends it across. Glidden there to handle. Now Mahler gets a running swing at it, and that will end the opening set. The kill by Reagan Mahler gives the opening set to Twin Loup. Your final score in set number 1, Twin Loup 25, Sandhills Valley 13. Well, your friends at Klang Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 872-6810. Klang Financial, located in downtown Broken Bow, 940 South D Street. Set number 2 is coming up next.
Calf operation. We're selling bulls to commercial cattlemen, and fertility and feet, udder quality and disposition and fleshing ability, and all that is really the cornerstone of kind of what we're at here. And these cows have to work like a commercial cow. There's no second chances. There's no rollover herd. At Preg Check Day, if you have a red tag, you're going to the sale barn that week, and that's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're cold right, and I think these cows are here to work, and they're doing a good job.
That's the Cattleman's Cut, Brewster, Nebraska.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loup Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Agland ATV, Burwell Dental Clinic, Burwell Pharmacy, Calamus Outfitters, Central Nebraska Electric, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, The Corner Stop, Craig and Diane Van Kira, Diamond Ring Ranch, Dows Farms LLC, Erickson Law Office, First National Bank, and Frontier Family Pharmacy. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, and Sillamura debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
The Grocery Cart Rewards Program is a great way for you to save on items in the aisles and on gas for your car. Every month we feature new products you can purchase with points you earn from shopping at the Grocery Cart, or use your points at Casey's and Broken Bow to fill up with a discount. Signing up is easy, just ask them at the Grocery Cart. Scan your card and earn those free groceries. It's easy as that at Grocery Cart in Broken Bow.
Well, as we make the set change here in our first match, Thrive End Financial is proud to support our local sports teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Thrive End Representative Scott Harvey is excited to help you reach your financial goals. He will help you create a financial strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. Whether it's insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, give Scott Harvey and Thrive End Financial a call today at 308-872-2511. Brent Apperson, Larry Cotner with you behind the mic. Christy Wells behind the camera. We're live on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, and live on our video stream accessible through SandhillsExpress.com. Twin Loup takes the opening set, 25-13. And they'll open with the serve here in set number 2. Ava Bodorf gets us started. Trimble on the receive. They'll set the outside for Lair. Gets a good swing, but it's handled by the libero, Glidden. Now Grint hitting out of the back row. And that's another kill for the senior Cassidy Grint.
Well, not only is Cassidy Grint tough when she's playing center up front, she's tough when she's playing center back row. That was a beauty of a shot there.
Bodorf on the serve. Scrambling Sandhills Valley. They get it sent back on the third. Bodorf will set up behind her for Olsen. The swing, first a whistle, and they got Sandhills Valley in the net.
And that's a tough break for the Lady Mavericks because otherwise that was out and it would have been a point for Sandhills Valley.
Twin Loup takes the opening 2 points here in set number 2. Twin Loup winning the opening set 25-13. Serve on the way from Bodorf. Again, Sandhills Valley scrambles out of system, but they get it set back on the third. Free ball chance for Twin Loup. Barker trying to tip it. There's a whistle, and the point's going to go to Sandhills Valley. They're going to call it out.
Bodorf has been pretty spot on her sets tonight, but that one was a little too close to the net.
Serve from Sandhills Valley, Alexis Hagan. Oh, on the overpass, Shelby Lair goes up and slams it down to tie the set at 2-all.
Seen some pretty good hits out of Lair, especially off that left front. She likes that left outside hitter spot.
Hagan continues at the service line. We break the 2-all tie. Good serve dug out by Olsen on the well, actually pass goes into the net. Then the overpass, and going up to put it down was Peyton Moore, the senior for Sandhills Valley.
Yeah, she was just kind of in that position of wait and see, and Twin Loup was really into a scramble mode, and Peyton Moore was right there to just put it away once it got there.
So Sandhills Valley scored 3 in a row. They put this one in play. Bodorf will set behind her for Barker on the outside, and that'll find the floor. Barker got a good piece of the net, but enough power for it to climb over. It found the floor, and we are tied at 3 here in the second. The libero for Twin Loup, Madison Glidden, the junior, to the service line. Left-hander sends it across. Hagan will set it outside for Moore, but the set was too far into the net. Moore did not have an opportunity to take a swing at it. And so the point goes to Twin Loup, and they lead 4-3.
Yeah, the only way she was going to be able to make any kind of play would have been left-handed, and even then it would have been tough.
Glidden serve. Bruns on the receive, punched up in the air, then sent over by Hansen. Twin Loup passes it over to Olsen, who bumps it across. Free ball chance for Sandhills Valley. The tip on the second, covered by Twin Loup. Here's their tip at the net, and Olsen able to put it to the floor.
Kind of a hook shot.
With the left hand.
With the left hand.
Glidden to serve. Puts it in play. Bruns on the receive. Good pass to Hagan, who sets it up for Hansen. Sends it across. Played by Bodorf. Middle attack coming for Mahler, who goes with the left hand and puts it to the floor.
Well, that's a good job. She's floating off to the left, and the ball was a little to the outside. Did a great job of redirecting it with that left hand.
6-3. Twin Loup up a set, leading here in the second. And that serve by Glidden going to sail long and out. So on the service error, point and serve to Sandhills Valley. Opening match of the night, South Loup will join us for match number 2. They'll play Twin Loup, and then South Loup and Sandhills Valley will conclude the evening. Serve on the way from Ani Trimble of Sandhills Valley. Attack on the outside by Mahler, and that'll get to the floor. Twin Loup 7, Sandhills Valley 4 as we play in the second set. Reagan Mahler at the service line. Pass to Hagan, tips it over with the right hand, covered by Olsen. Now the setup outside for the attack. Able to send it across is Lorena Shada at the net. Twin Loup able to win the battle. Cassidy Grint, one of the players at the net, able to stuff it to the floor. And Twin Loup goes up 8-4.
When you get that kind of height and that kind of reach, it makes it a little bit easier.
Mahler serving from the middle of the line, and that is an ace. 9-4, Twin Loup in the second. Timeout, Sandhills Valley. Twin Loup leads 1-0. They lead in the second, 9-4.
Has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Brent Apperson, Larry Cotter with you behind the mic tonight on KBBN 95.3 FM. Special thanks to Christy Wells working behind the camera for our live video stream tonight. You can access that on sandhillsexpress.com or go directly to the Sandhills Express YouTube channel or Facebook page. First match of the night, we are in set number 2. Twin Loup leading 9-4. Twin Loup also up a set after winning the first 25-13. After the timeout, Reagan Mahler ready at the service line. Sends one across, good pass to the front. Hagan will set it outside for Bruns, and that will get to the floor. Bruns able to go cross court, put it inside the line, and the point goes to Sandhills Valley.
Did a very good job, not only at seeing the angle, but also taking a little something off of it and just getting it inside the line.
Natalie Newman into the match. She'll go back to serve for Sandhills Valley. Newman ready, floats one to the back row, pass to Bodorf, who sets it near side for Grint, and that goes into the net. That's one of the few opportunities that Cassidy has not been able to cash in on tonight.
Yeah, and if she's got that one maybe about 2 inches higher, that is a kill, but as it was, it bounced back and 4 hits.
Newman serving. Floats one to the back row, pass up in toward the net. Bodorf able to save it, set it up for Olsen, but the attack's going to sail long and out. So Sandhills Valley with a nice little response here coming out of the timeout that they called. They are to within 2.
We've seen this in each of their sets.
Newman floats one to the back row again. Better pass this time to Bodorf, who sets it up for Grint. Dug out of the back row. Sent back on the second by Sandhills Valley. Bodorf will set it behind her for Olsen. She sets it to the corner. Covered nicely by Hagan. Now Bruns with the left hand has it sent back. Sending it back, Sandhills Valley. Bodorf to Grint in the middle. Termination. Cassidy Grint.
Well, she didn't have much of an angle to work with, but boy, she did a great job of slamming that one home.
Boy, Cassidy's had a great opening match. She has not failed on too many attack opportunities so far tonight. Served by Olsen, just did clear the net. Boy, those are so tough to receive when they get a big portion of the net. You don't know where it's going to fall over at, and Twin Loup gets the point.
Yeah, you feel for Alexis Hagan. She's ready for it to come to her, and then there's that small delay.
Overpass, look out. Oh, my goodness. Grint again taking advantage of the overpass and hammers it to the floor.
Yeah, that's where you go diving for cover when you see that one about to come at you.
Twin Loup 12, Sandhills Valley 7. We play in set number 2. Twin Loup up a set. Hagan will set it outside for Fetty, who gets the swing, block back, sent back by Fetty. Bodorf to Grint in the middle, roll shot over. Able to handle Fetty, but it goes over the net and out. So the point goes to Twin Loup.
When Twin Loup gets in system, they have been very tough on this evening.
13-7, Lady Wolves in the second, served by Olsen. Look out, another overpass, and Cassidy Grint terminates it again.
Well, we've talked about how well Ava Bodorf has set her up tonight. That might have been the best setup right there.
Timeout, Sandhills Valley. We're in set number 2. Twin Loup up a set and leading 14-7 in the second.
Pretty when planted in your flower bed, but the ones that come up on their own in your yard are not. Help prevent dandelions and other broadleaf weeds next spring by applying a weed and feed product from Arrow Seed this fall. Weed and feed gives you double the benefits with only half the work. Just one application provides essential fertilizer nutrients for the long winter and great weed protection next spring. The staff at Arrow Seed will explain to you how and when to apply the weed and feed for effective results. Stop by Arrow Seed in Broken Bow for your weed and feed today.
In the middle of our first match of 3 tonight, we are in set number 2 between Twin Loup and Sandhills Valley. Twin Loup winning the opening set 25-13. They lead in the second 14-7. South Loup will join us. They'll play Twin Loup next. Larry will have the call of that one for you coming up. And then the finale will be Sandhills Valley and South Loup. Serve from Olson, played by Trimble. Hagen will bump it up over toward Moore, who sends it across. Bodorf sets the near side for the attack. Hitting it long and out, Jalen Young, the sophomore who's into the match now for Twin Loup.
Coach Phillips going a little deeper to the bench here in the second set, getting some younger players a little bit of playing time.
Served by Peyton Moore. Grint on the receive. Bodorf bumps it up over toward Grint, who tips it over the net, and that will find the floor.
Sandhills Valley almost got that one over on a lot of reaction shots, but just couldn't quite get it done. But again, Cassidy Grint gets up there. Is she going to hammer it? Is she going to dink it? What's she going to do? No matter what she does, it's going to be tough to defend.
Twin Loup continues to rotate players in and out. Aaron Smith is into the match now, serving, and that is going to be kept alive. Sending it over is Bruns. Nice scramble by Sandhills Valley to get it back. Now Barker on the attack. Madison Barker with one of her best swings of the night. And that puts Twin Loup up 16-8 in set number 2.
And that's another way that Cassidy Grint helps you out because she's so tough in the middle. Then Bodorf all of a sudden sends it over to the left side, and Barker has got the proper angle, and she can put it home pretty quick, too.
Aaron Smith ready. Sends it across. Bumped up over toward Moore, who gets the swing, but it goes into the net. And the point to Twin Loup. Substitution, Lady Wolves. Sarah Riddle will come in. Grint will get a break as Aaron Smith continues at the service line for Twin Loup, who leads 17-8 in set number 2. And that is an ace. Aaron Smith with the ace. And now Twin Loup kind of starting to close in on the match, leading 18-8 here in the second. Sandhills Valley making a substitution as Natalie Newman, the senior, will come back in to play the back row. Smith serves it into the net. So on the service error, point and serve to Sandhills Valley.
When you try to serve up those very tough ones that are going to be close to the net, sometimes you get them up a little too high and they go long. Sometimes they're just right. Sometimes just into the net.
Sage Phelps back into the match for Sandhills Valley. She'll go to the service line and put it in play. Barker keeps it alive, and then sending it over on the third is Eve Kipp of Twin Loup. Hanson middle attack for Sandhills Valley, punched up in the air. Bodorf will set it over to Barker. Gets a good swing, but it's going to sail long and out. And the point goes to Sandhills Valley.
Good thought that time by Twin Loup, just a little too much on the shot.
Phelps ready, and that goes into the net. By the way, if you're not familiar with the schools involved, since we're co-oping here tonight, Sandhills Valley is the sports co-op between McPherson County and Stapleton. Twin Loup, of course, the sports co-op with Loup County Taylor Public Schools and Sargent Public Schools. And then later tonight, South Loup would be the combination of Arnold and Callaway. That serve sails long and out. Service error, Twin Loup. Sandhills Valley with the point and serve.
And the Stapleton High School, since I've last been here, Brent, has had a little bit of renovation.
At the service line, Elizabeth Fetty for Sandhills Valley. Also checking back into the match, Shelby Lair for the Mavericks. And we're going to get a substitution for Twin Loup as well, as Melissa Slagle will come in to play the back row. Serve from Fetty. Pass to Bodorf. Mahler middle attack over the block. Covered by Fetty in the back row. Outside attack for Lair. Brings it cross court. But it's wide and out. To the service line, Ava Bodorf of Twin Loup. Serve on its way. Pass up in toward the net, over the net, and coming up to try to handle it was Eve Kipp, but Kip just had so much momentum going toward the net, she just couldn't stay on her side, went across the center line, called in the net, and the point goes to Sandhills Valley.
Yeah, Eve's even laughing about it a little bit. She kind of looked like the spider that got caught in the web.
Serve on the way from Sandhills Valley. Good pass to Bondorf, who sets Mahler in the middle, but Mahler just kind of misgauged the set a little bit and just couldn't get a swing on it. So the point goes to the Mavericks. Hagan ready, puts it in play, returned on one hit. Hagan moves to the center position, sets up Moore, and Moore able to power it through the block for the point.
Don't count the Lady Mavericks out of this one yet. They have battled back.
Sandhills Valley to within 6 here in set number 2. But Twin Loup is just 5 away from closing out the match. We'll see if Hagan can make a run here for Sandhills Valley with her service game. Outside attack by Barker, and that will get to the floor. Another kill for the senior, Madison Barker.
And sometimes it's just that one of those little roll shots is the key that will get things done.
Madison Glidden, the libero for Twin Loup, to the service line. Twin Loup 21. Sandhills Valley 14. We play in set number 2. Twin Loup leading 1-0. Serve by Glidden. Bruns on the receive. Good pass. Hagan sets up the outside for Hansen. Goes cross court. Played nicely by Bodorf. Now the setup near side for the attack, and that will be a kill for Twin Loup's Jalen Young.
She placed that one very well right down into the left side there and did a great job of getting that one over the net.
Twin Loup 3 points away from closing out the match. Glidden with the serve, another good one. And that will get over. Oh, what a great play and save by Moore at the net to keep it alive. Young takes a swing but sends it long and out. What a tremendous hustle play by Peyton Moore of Sandhills Valley to get that ball over the net, and the Mavericks end up winning the point.
I don't know. I wasn't sure she was going to be able to get to it. I seen her running for it. I don't know if she thought she'd get to it, but she got her arm out there and made a beautiful play.
Ani Trimble now serving for Sandhills Valley. Glidden goes to the knees to dig it out. Mahler with the attack over the block, dug out, kept alive by Trimble, returned by Hagan on the third. Pass to Bodorf, who sets it behind her for Olsen. The cross-court attack punched up in the air in the back row by Trimble. Now Moore back the other way. One of her best swings of the night, and she hits the far sideline to give Sandhills Valley the point.
That's a nice crisscross attack that time from Peyton Moore, who's come up with a couple of big plays here late in the second set.
Trimble trying to keep this run going. That's bumped up in the air by Glidden, returned by Olsen on the third. Trimble will pass to the front. Hagan, quick setup for Bruns, who gets on top of it and slams it to the floor.
And that may be the biggest kill we've seen out of Sandhills Valley. Bruns went up there and she smoked that one down.
Mavericks fighting back. They are to within 5. Trimble ready, puts another one in play. Bodorf will set it behind her for Mahler. The attack over the block, covered by Trimble. Now the set, oh look out, overpass. Mahler took a swing, pinned it against the net. Twin Loup gets it over though, sending it back is Moore, and Peyton Moore able to find the floor again.
Moore had that hustle play here just a little while ago where they were able to come up with a point, and a point that didn't look like was going to go their way. Sometimes that little momentum switches for you, and they've been riding it, have the Lady Mavericks here.
Served by Trimble. By the way, Grin has come back into the match to play the back row for Twin Loup. Twin Loup able to return on 3. Hagan sets it outside for Lair, and that's good. Shelby Lair with the kill, and the Mavericks have gotten themselves right back into the set. They're down by 3.
At one point, this was 20-11. It's an 8-2 run for the Lady Mavericks.
Pass to Bodorf, who sets it for Grint out of the back row. Big swing and a kill for Cassidy Grint.
When you need a big point, you go to your big player.
And in this match, it hasn't mattered whether she's in the front row or the back row.
No.
Twin Loup serving. Mahler puts it in play. Moore will quick set it for Bruns, punches it over the net. Now Bodorf off the pass, sets Grint in the middle, and Cassidy Grint terminates another point.
And that's a good explanation right there, terminates. That one, you can see it was set up well for her to hammer it home.
I stole that from our friend Doug Duda, by the way. Here's a serve by Mahler. Tipped over at the net by Hagan, kept alive by Grint. Back set for Olsen, and Miranda Olsen is able to end the match as she puts it to the floor to make the final score in set number 2, Twin Loup 25, Sandhills Valley 19. Twin Loup wins it 2-0. We'll come back and wrap it up for our opening match of the night after these words.
Perfection on is our vehicles. You want something that gets you to where you're going comfortably while looking great. Whether storm damage, deer damage, or insurance claim, take your ride to Rod's Body and Paint Broken Bow. They're the collision specialist. You should call 308-872-5346. Offering over 42 years of experience, they'll get you back on the road quickly without sacrificing quality. From dings and dents to full replacement and auto glass repair. Rod's Body and Paint, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
The student athletes you are cheering on during this broadcast practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
You want to regulate the temperature in your home according to what you're comfortable with, not based on what it's doing outside. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow looks forward to showing you the insulation solutions they offer to keep those outdoor temperatures out of your home. The Broken Bow location is still under construction, but they are excited to say that the front door is now open for use, helping to make you feel at home from design to finish. Mead Lumber, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
This year, we considered hiring an ad agency to help with our marketing.
They pitched impressive visuals and a script that was inspiring.
And exotic animal mascots to help grab your attention.
In the end, we just decided to tell it to you straight. Shelter Insurance has award-winning customer service at affordable rates.
Plus, our local agents are there to help you understand what coverage you need.
Contact your local shelter insurance agents, Brent Custer or Seth Pearson in Broken Bow.
Now we come back to Stapleton High School, where Twin Loup picks up their 10th match win of the season as they defeat Sandhills Valley in straight sets, 25-13, 25-19. Boy, we saw some moments, though, Larry, for Sandhills Valley, especially in that second set when they fought back, got behind, I think you said 20-11, fought back, got it, I think 22-19, and then Twin Loup able to run off the final 3 points to close out the set. But Coach Victory had to be happy with that little flurry that her team showed. Again, a team that only has one match win on the season, but it's those moments that you can really build on moving forward.
Yeah, and, you know, even though they came up on the short end of that one, they had a lot of things that they could point to. Part of the reason they made that run at the end is they never gave up. They kept hustling, kept playing hard. You know, that example was the hard play that Peyton Moore just kind of swung out there and got it across and eventually ended up with the point. And that's the kind of play that sometimes swings your night and swings your set or the match. And it did swing the set for a while. And then Coach Phillips, she knew what to do. She put Cassidy Grant back in, and when Cassidy came in, she was the Terminator.
Well, I was just going to say, Larry, for Twin Loup, that first match really was a lot about Cassidy Grant. I mean, every time she got an opportunity, it just seemed like she delivered. But in order for her to deliver, and you said this, you got to be in system. And when Twin Loup passed well and got their hitters set up, particularly Grant, man, they looked really good.
Yeah, no question about it. Isn't it great to see Cassidy Grant healthy and playing at the top level that she can play? But I tell you what, Ava Bardorf did a great job of setting up all of her teammates, whether it was Cassidy Grant or if it was Madison Barker over on the left side, or possibly on the other side, Miranda Olson. You know, and then Olson, she's one of those players, she can attack. She can also set up a teammate. And, you know, when you've got more than one person that can set things up, that is very difficult to defend.
We are getting ready for our second match of the night. It'll be South Loop against Twin Loop, and we'll transition into it in 60 seconds.
Lawn is a lot of work. Worry no more. A to Z Lawn Pro's fertilizer program is the solution to ease your mind and lessen your work. Any time of the season is a good time to start. Eliminate weeds, strengthen your grass, and even keep bugs away with liquid fertilizer treatments mixed with micronutrients for a recipe that works specifically in this area. 30 years of experience. 308-870-1762 for A to Z Lawn Pro. That's A to Z Lawn Pro at 870-1762.
Septic emergencies are right up there on the list of worst emergencies to have.
Absolutely.
The next time you're facing one, give Squires Septic Service a call. 870-0717. He's ready to take your call 24 hours a day.
Absolutely.
His sewer camera can find problems fast to save you money. Plus, he can clear drains with Roto-Rooter or Jetter. Oh, and Gary has Porta units too. Squires Septic Service of Myrna. 870-0717. Don't wait to call until it's too late.
Absolutely not.
Well, as we come back to Stapleton High School, we get ready to transition into our second match of the night. It'll be South Loop taking on Twin Loop. Radio coverage of tonight's match is being brought to you by Bruning Bank, Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Agribest Feeds in Callaway, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance of Arnold, Mills Hardware, Reed's Food Center, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Badgley Well, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Tumbleweed Cafe, Twin Loop Boosters, and Cattleman's Cut. Tonight's radio coverage of Match 2 also being brought to you by Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Custer Federal State Bank, Arrow Seed, Rod's Body and Paint, Team Physical Therapy, Trotter Service, Meat Lumber, Shelter Insurance, A to Z Lawn Pro, Squire Septic Service, Geared for Sports, Agland ATV, Sargent Irrigation, and Melham Medical Center. Providing a live video stream of tonight's matches as well. We'll come back and tell you more about that and how you can view tonight's matches after this on KBBN Radio.
Support your favorite team and athlete. Don't forget to take Bruning Bank with you. With our free mobile banking app, you can handle your daily banking needs from anywhere, even the bleachers. Check your balance, monitor transactions, deposit checks, and send and receive funds to family and friends with Zelle. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all students a safe and successful season. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include Govier Brothers Mortuary, Grint Farm Supply, Hamilton Telecommunications, Hermsmeyer Agronomy, Hilltop Ranch, Greg, Jody, Terry, and Luke Smith, James and Janice Barron, Joe and Cindy Horkey, KCNI KBBN Radio, Krause Angus Ranch, Long Valley Ranch, Louie's Body Shop, and Maverick Truck Stop and Fertilizer. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
She walked into the bank holding a birthday check from Grandma to open her first checking account. That same account was there when she started her first job. It paid her first month's rent. And it was still there the day she brought her daughter into the bank to open a checking account of her own. Because choosing the right bank for checking means building a relationship, That's something Nebraskans value. And it's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway. Oh my gourd! Can you believe it's that time of year again? Trick or treat your automobile with this season's finest pumpkin spice oil changes at A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. If pumpkin spice isn't your jam, they offer engine repair, diesel work, windshield replacements, and tire and alignment services. Call A1 Auto today at 308-848-2542 or stop in at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold to schedule your appointment and have your vehicle running happily ever after. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Well, as we come back to Stapleton High School, we want to say thanks to our great sponsors who are making tonight's coverage possible on our video stream tonight. That's right, you can watch the action tonight. Go to sandhillsexpress.com, click on live stream, or go directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or YouTube channel. And as you watch the action tonight, we do hope that you pay close attention to the business logos that are flashing across your screen tonight, because it's because of those folks that we're able to bring you the live video stream here tonight. Bringing you video coverage of our second match of the night are the Twin Loop Boosters, Hermsmeyer Agronomy, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, Insurance of the Heartland, Culligan, Nebraska State Bank, Power Solutions, Agland ATV, Grocery Cart, BD, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Mead Lumber, Moline Seed and Fence, and Lions Appliance. Getting ready for our second match of the night, it's Twin Loop against South Loop. Larry Cotner will rejoin us, and we'll start to set up the matchup for you after these words.
Tough. Planning meals, finding time to shop, all while trying to save money in the aisles. Reed's Food Center in Arnold invites you to sign up for their rewards program. You earn 5 points for every $1 you spend. Then use those points the next time you visit on highly discounted products. Visit reedsfoodcenter.com and check out recipe ideas, a meal planner, plus ads, coupons, and internet-only specials. Reed's Food Center. Visit them soon in Arnold.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Does the thought of turning 65 give you nightmares? It doesn't have to. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And as an independent agent, I work with the major insurance companies that you're getting mail and phone advertising from. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the options, give me a call to set up an appointment. We will go through the Medicare process step by step, from signing up to enrolling in the necessary supplement and Part D drug plans. You don't have to do this alone. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here to help. Call me at 836-2201 or stop in at the office in Callaway.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Have you heard the buzz? Yeah, it's got to be my neighbor's Beehive. Beehive? Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag. Cool. What's it do? Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots. Really? The subscription must be expensive. No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
Go and enjoy delicious home-style food and dine at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Or if you're on the go, swing through the drive-thru. In the morning, grab hot and fresh breakfast items. Need a dinner for the family at home, but don't have the time to make it yourself? Breakfast casseroles, Reuben casseroles, chicken pot pies, lasagna, enchiladas, fresh bread, and more are ready to go home with you to pop in the oven from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include Orville's Repair, Prairie Thunder Game Birds, Roberts Chiropractic, Sargent Chamber of Commerce, Sargent Education Association, Sargent Corner Market, Sargent Insurance Agency, Sargent Packing, Seidel Construction, Sitka Law Office LLC, Speltz Lumber, Schlegel Angus, Kristen Schlegel, and Stoll, Gavecki, and Piscorsi PC. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
And we welcome you back to Stapleton High School, getting ready for our second match of the night, and we expect this to be a real good one. South Loop taking on Twin Loop. South Loop, the sports co-op with Callaway and Arnold Public Schools. Twin Loop, the sports co-op with Taylor Loop County and Sargent Public Schools. Twin Loop picking up their 10th win of the season a little bit earlier tonight with a straight set win over Sandhills Valley. They come in at 10-8. South Loop enters at 7-10 overall. This is the first meeting between the two this season. Now, they did both participate in the Seven Valleys tournament in Callaway earlier in the month, but they never met each other. So this will be the first time that they see each other. And Larry Cotner, on paper, it certainly sets up to be a good one.
Yeah, and this is an old rivalry of the Mid-Nebraska Activities Conference, and going even deeper back to the old Loup Valley Conference with some of these schools when you look at Sargent and Callaway. And you know, this will be a rivalry match, and both these teams want to win this one. Both teams coming in here a little different, though. You know, look at Twin Loop. They're on a run right now. With that win earlier tonight against Sandhills Valley, they have won 7 of their last 8 matches. Only loss in that time period was to a pretty good Wallace team. Now, South Loop, on the other hand, in the last week or so, losers of 3 of their last 4. They've played some good competition. They do have a win over Dundee County Stratton in the mix there. They would like to start turning that around a little bit better here tonight. And again, both these teams playing for seeds in that MNAC tournament here in a couple weeks.
We saw what Cassidy Grint can do for Twin Loop. She's the leading attacker for the Lady Wolves coming in. Had a great opening match against Sandhills Valley. For South Loop, you're going to see a real good outside hitter in Charlie Vickers leading the Bobcats. So it should be a good one. We've got Twin Loop and South Loop coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Right now.
Absolutely. You got to love going through those every day, man.
Yeah, it is fun. And the nice thing is, and that's why I invite anybody that comes to look at the bulls when they pull in the yard. I said, do you want to look at the heifer mates to the bulls? Because, you know, where we breed in big sire groups, the replacement heifer is the same 4 sire groups. What's important to me is you go see the female that's out of the same mating as that bull, because at the end of the day, that's what we're after. And it's nice to see them a consistent uniform set like that.
That's the Cattleman's Cut, Brewster, Nebraska.
Let the games begin. Bruning Bank enables you to manage your finances from the bleachers, sidelines, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, reimburse friends and family for concession stand goods with Zelle, and even set up automatic payments or reminders to never miss a payment again with Bill Pay. The ball is in your court. Bruning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all student athletes a safe and successful season. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
As we come back to Stapleton High School, we'll give you the projected starters for match number 2. They are brought to you by J.R. Meyer Insurance. Your starting lineups for tonight's game brought to you by J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency of Callaway. As your local independent insurance agency, they can offer coverage by many of the most respected companies in the nation. Call 836-2245. Projected starters for Twin Loup in match number 2, Madison Barker Sr., Cassidy Grint Sr., Miranda Olson Jr., the libero Madison Glidden Jr., Ava Bodorf Sr., Bragan Mahler Jr., and Lorena Shada Sophomore. The projected starters for head coach Tammy Phillips of Twin Loup. Now for South Loup, as we mentioned, 7-10 on the season coming in. Projected starters, Greeley Rupak Jr., Delaney Rogers Sr., Josie Reif Sr., Bryn Schwartz Sr., Charlie Vickers Sr., and Delaney Lively, a senior, for South Loup, and head coach Desiree Guthrie. Should be a good one. It's match number 2 of the night. The Bobcats and the Wolves coming up on KBBN Radio.
Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters, whose members include Taylor Storage, Team Physical Therapy, Terry and Chandra Horkey TCH Seeds, The Ritz Cafe, Trotter Grain and Fertilizer, Trotter's Woe and Go, Upstream Ranch, Valley County Health System, and What a Big Ranch, Casey, Kathy, Cash, Emily, Talon, and Zyzen Tobias. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loup Boosters.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
He started mowing her lawn every Sunday to earn money for his first car. She needed the help, and when money got tight, he kept doing it for free. So he never saved enough to buy that car for his 16th birthday. But it didn't matter, because she gave him the classic, parked in her garage. Do the right thing, and good things happen. That's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip Chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway.
Well, as we get ready to go with our second match of the night, we say thanks to Nebraska Past Your Door. This broadcast brought to you by Nebraska Past Your Door in Broken Bow on the west side of the square. Talk to them about spirit wear for your favorite local team. Nebraska Past Your Door, custom embroidery for businesses, schools, groups, and family, as well as fun graphic tees. They do a great job, and they'll make you look sharp in the garments that they put together for you. Open Monday through Friday starting at 10 a.m., Nebraska Past Your Door. Well, we're ready for match number 2, and to call it, we'll turn the microphone over to Larry Conner.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. A couple of notes here real quick on the South Loup lineup. Brianna Raymond's going to be a starter along with Anna Tullis. They're both juniors, and actually Raymond will step out as the libero. Will step in. That's Josie Reif, the senior. They will serve going left to right. It'll be Bryn Schwartz to do the honors to get things started for South Loop. Played on the back row by the libero there. That's Glidden. Pass to the front line. Barker cross. That's punched up by by Burkle, yes. And then set over back by Mahler. Lively. Set up for the back row kill by Bryn Schwartz, and she puts it home. And it's 1-0 in favor of South Loop.
Yeah, good rally to get us started. Both teams going back and forth. Schwartz able to end the point.
And by the way, it was Maggie Burkle, not Anna Tullis, that got the start. So South Loop off the return will set it up in the middle for Charlie Vickers. She slams it home, and quickly the Lady Bobcats out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Vickers leading the team in kills coming into tonight. And on that swing, you saw why.
Schwartz will serve once again for the Lady Bobcats. Played on the back row, dug out there by Grant. Set up by Bodorf. Now Mahler gets it across on the roll. Taken there by Vickers, gets it back. Big swing, dug out nicely by Grant. It goes to the rafters, though, and hard to play by Bodorf. And another point for South Loop. They lead at 3-0.
Yeah, good early start for the Bobcats. Good early start for Vickers with 2 kills to account for 2 of the 3 points.
Schwartz, big hit to the back row, taken there by Grant, put up by Bodorf, sent on the free ball by Glidden, played by Reif on the back row, set up in the middle for Vickers, big swing, and that's long. Long and outside, the first point of the match for Twin Loop. 3-1, our score, South Loop on top. Ava Bodorf to do the honors for the Lady Wolves. Sends it, played in the center back row by Reif. Bumped up by Schwartz, the attack by Vickers, dug out back row by Bodorf, bump set, and it's Mahler on the attack, but too high as it floats beyond the end line. And another point for South Loop, who leads it 4-1. Charlie Vickers to do the honors now for the Lady Bobcats. Jump serve into the net. Needed about 4 more inches to clear the net. It's a service error and a point for Twin Loop. 4-2 the score. Junior Madison Glidden, the libero, will serve for the Lady Wolves. The left-hander, and she puts it into the net. So back-to-back service errors for one for each team. And we stand at 5-2 in favor of South Loop. Maggie Burkle, the senior, will check in to serve. Sends it, and that one is out. So back-to-back service errors, and it's now 5-3.
Yeah, both teams kind of struggling with their service game early in this opening set.
Reagan Mahler will serve, center court. Spinner, that's right on the line for an ace. Well, she put that right back on the back line and got that one home. And it's a 1-point set, 5-4 in favor of South Loop. Mahler will serve for the tie. Sends it again. Lofted to the back row, taken by Reif. Set up and sent over by Raymond. Dug out by Mahler. Back row attack by Glidden. Taken on the back row by Vickers. Back set. The attack by Lively. That is a floater that goes too long. And we're tied up at 5 apiece as Twin Loop has come up with 3 in a row. Mahler again. Steps into this one. Just over the net. Reif steps up, digs it out. Set into the middle. Delaney Rogers had a block back. Grant was there. Rogers handles it. Bumped over across by Lively. Set up by Olsen for Grant. Big swing in the middle. Off the front row touch of Delaney Rogers. That one's going to go for a kill for Cassidy Grant.
Now, Cassidy, with her first big swing of this match, she was outstanding with a bunch of kills in that opening match of the night, able to pick up where she left off.
Floater to the back row, taken there by Lively. Bump set. Back row attack by Vickers down the line, but out of bounds. And the point will go to Twin Loop. Ball goes out into the hallway. Now, last time I was here, Brent, if they went out that door, it went out into a lot. That used to be the end of the building right there. Mahler with a strong serve, and too strong. as that'll be a service error and a point for South Loup. 7-6 our score, Twin Loup with the lead. South Loup serving for the tie. It'll be Lively. Nice floater, kept alive nicely by Glidden, sent over on a free ball by Bodor. Taken there by Rogers. They'll set it back up for Rogers. Punches it across and a miss hit by Bodorf on the back row, and we're tied at 7 apiece.
Well, so far, this opening set kind of going as we expected. It's just been back and forth. We'll see if somebody's able to take control here as we go through the middle points.
Twisting serve that time by Lively. Trying to send that one across for Twin Loup was Lorena Shada, but she was coming down when she was trying to make that hit and couldn't get enough on it. 8-7 the score as South Loup back on the lead now. Set up for Grant on the crisscross. Did a great job of avoiding the block of Schwartz and Rogers, and which is to the right of it, and angled it in there for the kill.
Well, we talked about this in the opening match for Twin Loup. When they are in system, they are really good, and that time Grant got a great set to handle from Bodor.
Serve receive taken there by Vickers. She'll punch it across on the return and punched it too far. It'll be a point for Twin Loup, who has the lead at 9-8. Service from Miranda Olson, and that will be an ace off the touch of Vickers. 10-8 the score. Twin Loup won the first match of the night in two sets over Sandhills Valley. Olson served. That's dug out by Vickers. Back set it across with Schwartz. Kept alive there by Shada. Now bumped across by Olson. The attack by Schwartz just misses the back line. She didn't miss it by much, but it was just beyond the tape, and the point will go to Twin Loup. 11-8 the score, Lady Wolves. Olson, service, dug out back row, right side or left side by Vickers. Pushed across down the line by Rogers, kept alive by Bodorf. Big swing by Grant and kept alive by Reif. Punched across that time by Raymond. Now it's Grant returning it. Raymond got a touch on it, gets it back, pushes it across, dug out by Olson. Bodorf sets it up for Grant. Big dig by Vickers, kept alive by Reif. Pushed across by Raymond. We continue on. Bodorf sets it up again for Grant. Crisscross, and that'll go down off the touch of Raymond.
Man, that was a really good point. Both teams really got defensive, able to fight off some big swings, get the ball returned, and finally Grant terminates the point.
12-8 the score. Twin Loup on a run. Service from Miranda Olson and kept alive by Reif. Bumped up by Vickers. Sent on the free ball by Rogers. And at the last second, a little communication there between Marissa Richardson and Miranda Olson, and they got away from it. It went long. Point for Twin Loup. They lead at 13-8, timeout here on 95.3.
Leaf, it's that time of year again. Trick or treat your automobile with this season's finest pumpkin spice oil changes at A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. If pumpkin spice isn't your jam, they offer engine repair, diesel work, windshield replacements, and tire and alignment services. Call A1 Auto today at 308-848-2542 or stop in at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold to schedule your appointment and have your vehicle running happily ever after. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
Fort County Heating and Air owners Brian Hogg and Austin Conk serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They provide free estimates and 24-hour service. No matter what the temperature is outside, they'll make sure the temperature inside is just right. Call Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow, 872-2258.
5-point advantage for Twin Loup. They'll try to keep the run going. It's Olson. Sends it across, dug out by Vickers. Nice quick hit across by Schwartz. Set up now for Grant, who dinks it across and found the open zone in front of Raymond. Sometimes you just kind of have to go with the little tip.
Yeah, great redirect at the net by Grant. Went with the finesse instead of the power and made it pay off.
Reif with the serve receive. Back set for Rogers. Down the line, nicely placed. The two-hand push down the line. She saw where the defense wasn't and put it there.
Not an easy thing to do. Read things as it's happening right at the net. Rogers was able to do that. Saw the opening, as Larry mentioned, and put it right where it had to be.
14-9 the score, Twin Loop. Service by Rupick, who checks in. Greeley Rupick, dug out by Grant. Back set for Grant from Bodorf, a block back. Stuff blocked by Charlie Vickers.
Wow, there you go. Two of the very best on the floor in this match. Just simply one-on-one, and that time Vickers won the battle at the net.
Back-to-back points for the Lady Bobcats. They trail 14-10. Rupick to the back row, taken by Grant. They'll set it up for her again. Big swing. This time she avoided the block. It goes over off the touch on the back row, but it hit the ceiling, then went over. So the point will go to Twin Loop. More of a ricochet than anything else. 15-10. Aaron Smith, a senior, checks in. Service specialist. Did a good job in the first match. Gets a good one there. Raymond with the dig, and it's sent over by Schwartz. But after a couple of hits, Twin Loop able to send it to the back right. And I believe it was Grant that was able to push it that way, and it's 16-10, Lady Wolves.
Yeah, Olsen actually. Miranda Olsen was able to see the opening and put it right where it had to be.
Thank you, Brent. Smith sends it across, dug out by Lively, punched up by Schwartz. Big swing on the slide by Vickers into the net. Didn't have enough momentum on that one. The point will go to Twin Loop, and they've got their biggest lead of the match at 7 points, 17-10. Aaron Smith again. Played back row, up to the front. Schwartz sets it up for Vickers. Too close to the net, and the defense was right there. And another point for Twin Loop.
Yeah, Grant and Bodorf were right there at the net. And Twin Loop now taking control a little bit of this first set.
Smith to serve again. Sends it, played by Rife, back row center, or back row left. Back set for Raymond, and that one's too long on the lofty shot. 19-10 now the score. Smith gives it a spin. And kept alive by Lively. It goes into the ceiling. Not much Rife could do about it once it ricocheted off the ceiling. And another point for Twin Loop, and they're doing it at the service line.
Yeah, this set was tied at 7-all, but since then, it's been a big run for Twin Loop.
And about the time we say it's about the serves, and service error for Smith, but she put it in the net. Miranda Olsen really the person that got that running, though, when it was tied at 7 apiece. Rife will serve now for South Loop. Barker back in to play the front line. Rife floats it to the back row, taken by Grant. Bodorf sets it up for Barker. Crisscross attack, works well. She's got that big knee brace on. You can tell that she's moving, probably not 100%, but she did a good job of angling that shot with the fist.
Well, I know she's worked really hard to get back out on the court. Great to see her back out there, and wow, Twin Loop in control now of this opening set.
Grant serve, taken there by Rife. They'll set it up in the middle for Vickers. Big swing, but too strong, and another point for Twin Loop. They have doubled up the score here in set number 1 at 22-11. Grant sends it down the road. Taken there. Sent over by Vickers on 3. Now Grant throwing it, lofted it a little too long that time beyond the end line. And the point will go for South Loop. It's 22-12. Bryn Schwartz, she started off this match serving 3 in a row. She gets one there on an ace right in front of Madison Glidden. 22-13. Schwartz will try to add another one here. This time played by Glidden, run down by Bodorf. Bump set off the top. It's Grant dug out there by Rife. They'll set it up for Vickers, but she had to go to the left-hand push. The defense was right there across from her, and the point will go to Twin Loop. 23-13. Checking into the lineup, I believe the first time tonight in either match. Deja Davenport, she is a senior. Sent over to Lieblu, sends it across. Dug out by Bodorf, the left-hand baller, blocked back by Vickers. Sent over by Glidden. Now South Loop on the attack. Big swing and down in the middle for Charlie Vickers.
Yeah, good setup for Charlie. Vickers able to get on top of that and drive it to the floor. Now she'll come out of the front and go to the back to serve.
Rupick will come out, and Rogers will come in to play the front. Vickers serve, and it's dug out nicely by Glidden. Kept alive by Bodorf. Sent on the free ball by Mahler, but it was out of bounds outside the antenna. We had a pretty good look at that. Looked like it went right over the antenna, maybe just to the left. But it's got to go inside that antenna. Vickers sends it, Glidden, and then it goes up into the rafters and comes back down. So in essence, that's an ace serve. And South Loop has cut it back to a 7-point set at 23-16. Vickers again, that one into the net. And it will be set point for Twin Loop. They lead at 24-16. They won the first match of the night tonight, 25-13, 25-19 over Sandhills Valley. Trying to make it 2 in a row. Not at this point, as Glidden long on the serve. Point will go to South Loop, but it will be set point number 2 for the Lady Wolves. Burkle will serve, sends it across. That's hit up by Shada, kept alive by Glidden, but it got up into the rafters. And another point for South Loop. They stay alive at 24-18. Maggie Burkle, traditional right side. Gives it a spin, sends it, and into the net. And that will end set number 1 as Twin Loop wins it over South Loop by the score of 25-18. We'll get you ready for set number 2 right after this on 95.3.
Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Grocery shopping can be tough. Planning meals, finding time to shop, all while trying to save money in the aisles. Reed's Food Center in Arnold invites you to sign up for their rewards program. You earn 5 points for every $1 you spend. Then use those points the next time you visit on highly discounted products. Visit reedsfoodcenter.com and check out recipe ideas, a meal planner, plus ads, coupons, and internet-only specials. Reed's Food Center. Visit them soon in Arnold.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Does the thought of turning 65 give you nightmares? It doesn't have to. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And as an independent agent, I work with the major insurance companies that you're getting mail and phone advertising from. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the options, give me a call to set up an appointment. We will go through the Medicare process step by step, from signing up to enrolling in the necessary supplement and Part D drug plans. You don't have to do this alone. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here to help. Call me at 836-2201 or stop in at the office in Callaway.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Your friends at Kling Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 872-6810. Kling Financial, located in downtown Broken Bow at 940 South D Street. Twin Loup takes set number 1 over South Loup 25-18. We now get ready for the second, and to call it, here's Larry.
All right, thank you very much, Brent. South Loup got out to a quick start in that. It was tied at 7 apiece, but the service line was really big for Twin Loup. It all started with Miranda Olson when it was tied at 7 apiece. She opened up that lead. I believe she went 7 in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So Twin Loup will start with the service. Going right to left, it'll be Ava Bodorf to do the honors. Sends it to the back row. Played there by Reif. Set up in the middle for Vickers. Swings it across. Nicely done. Saw the opening zone, and she swiped it over to that direction. And South Loup, as they did in the first set, gets the first point of the set.
Yeah, great redirect at the net by Vickers. Able to take it to the far side and put it to the floor.
Brent Schwartz do the honors, sends it back row center. Taken there by Glidden. They'll set it up for Olson on a crisscross. Great job. And it was out. Was it touched, though? Evidently not.
Yeah, Twin Loup was asking for that, but no touch call was made, so the point goes to South Loup.
2-0 in favor of South Loup. Schwartz sends it across. Dug out Glidden. Back set by Bodorf, but Barker on the floater goes long, and it's 3-0 South Loup, and this is the way we started the first set. We'll see if Schwartz can continue on with this. Nice serve, dug out by Glidden. Bodorf sets it up in the middle. Left-handed Mahler sends it across, dug out by Raymond. They back set it over to Lively, dug out by Grant, set in the middle, punched over by Barker, and out of bounds. So now 4 in a row for South Loup, and they are out to a 4-0 lead. They have to win this set to force a third. Schwartz to the back row, played by Glidden. Bodorf back set to the back row, and Grant is long on the attack. And the run continues for South Loup. They're up 5-0.
Now, Coach Guthrie has to be really happy with the way her girls have responded to start this second set.
Schwartz, though, into the net on that serve. So Twin Loup with their first point. They trail 5-1 here in set number 2. They won the first set, 25-18. Madison Glidden, the left-hander, sends it. Played on the front row by Vickers. Set up by Schwartz. Vickers' big swing, and it's in on the back line. That was hit so hard. You didn't want to glance away from that one. Right on the back line, she gets the kill. 6-1 now in favor of South Loup, and Vickers will do the honors from the service line. Sends it across. Dug there by Mahler. Set up in the middle for Olson. Sends it to the back row. Punched up by Vickers. Sent over on the dink by Rogers. Dug out by Bodorf. Big swing from Shada. That's dug back row Vickers. Pushed across by Raymond. Out. Just close to the line, but not close enough. 6-2. South Loup with the lead, Twin Loup with the serve, and it's Reagan Mahler. Played on the back row by Reif. Joust at the net, punched over by Schwartz just to keep it alive. It was a little too close to the net. She was just trying to keep that one alive and maybe gave it a little too much of a punch. 6-3 now the score. Mahler over the net, and that's an ace. Right in front of Raymond. Well, that just cleared the net and just got inside the line.
You think she mishit that? I don't think she hit that as clean as she wanted to, but boy, it turned out good.
It was no thing of beauty, but it was effective. Down the line, backing up is Rogers, and it was out. And don't look now, but Twin Loup, after being down 5-0, is serving for the tie, down 6-5. And it's Reagan Mahler who's had a good service line run here. Dug out by Reif. They set it up for Rogers. Floats it across, taken by Mahler. Back set. Olson swings it across. Dug there by Rogers. They'll go to the back row attack for Vickers. Kept alive by Bodorf. And Shada off balance, could not dink it across. So the point will go to South Loop. They take a 2-point advantage here in set number 2. 7-5. They are down 1-0. Josie Reif will serve from the right side. The libero sends it. Dug out that time by Richardson, who's in there. On the South Loop side, they'll set it up for Rogers. Pushes it across. Dug out by Richardson. Now, big swing by Grant. Hit the net and then went on over. And nobody was there. That just went over on the other side.
That's been one of those nights for Cassidy. Just seems like everything she hits finds a way to find the floor. That one got a good piece of the net, but still climbed over, and Grant gets another kill.
On the serve receive, sent over on the third by Raymond. Now Grant with the return kill attempt, but now Raymond at the net, blocked back. Bodorf up there to block it back. And we're all knotted up at 7 apiece. Miranda Olson, who had the big service run in the first set, up there serving again. That's a low trajectory, dug out nicely by Vickers. Floated across by Raymond, dug by Glidden. Pushed to the front line, dinked across with the left hand by Grant. Pushed across, though, on the return by Glidden, and they'll get the point. Good reaction by Madison Glidden as the libero after the dink had been blocked back. 8-7, Twin Loop. Olson, the serve. Reif, the dig. Attack off the right side by Lively. Over on the Twin Loop side. Sent over on a back set by Grant. Back row attack by Schwartz will work as she gets it down in front of Miranda Olson.
Yeah, that was a good setup from Lively, too. Able to put it right where it had to be for Schwartz to get a good swing from the back row.
Lively with the service, taken there by Glidden. Kept alive and sent over on 2 by Shada. Now it's Rogers, blocked back by Grant, taken there by Shada. Bumped up by Bodorf on the swing. It's Grant, taken by Vickers. Raymond with the attack. Dug back row by Richardson, and then Bodorf trying to get over, and 2 goes into the net. Point will go to South Loop, who leads it 9-8. Lively floats it across, dug out by Grant. They'll set it up for a quick hit for Grant, and that was Bodorf seeing that Grant was coming up for the attack and set it up quick, and really the South Loop defense just didn't have a chance to get set.
Yeah, Bodorf and Grant have really been working well together through this entire night, including the opening match against Sandhills Valley.
9-9 the score. Smith will come in, the service specialist, and she'll get the point. On 3, Vickers sends it into the net, and it's 10-9 Twin Loop. Aaron Smith, senior server for the Lady Wolves. Puts it back to the back line. Reif bumps that by Schwartz down the line. Delaney Rogers' push is out of bounds. And another point for Twin Loop, who leads at 11-9. We're in set number 2. Twin Loop won the first one, 25-18. They won the first match in 2 sets over Sandhills Valley earlier, trying to win the triangular. Sent over by Schwartz, and that'll work. Kind of caught the defense a little off guard there, and the point will go for Bryn Schwartz. Greeley Rupick to do the honors now for South Loop. Serves for the tie. Played back row by Olson. Bodorf sets it up for Barker. Over attacks it, puts it into the net. We're tied up at 11 apiece. Rupick will serve for the lead here. Sends it into the net. Service error and a point for the Lady Wolves. 12-11, Twin Loop on top. Cassidy Grant from the right side, floats it across. Beautiful serve. That thing had spin all the way and dropped right over the net.
Yeah, you can't really do it much better than that.
13-11. Grant again. That one to the back row, played by Reif. They'll set it up for Vickers. Big swing off the front row block. What we have
Twin Loop in the net.
Yep. So the point will go to South Loop. That cuts it back to a 1-point set. 13-12, Twin Loop. Rihanna Raymond with the service. Twisting shot comes across, taken there by Grant. They'll set it up for Barker, but on the overshot, it goes into the net. We're tied. 13-13. Raymond will serve for the lead. Played back row by Glidden. Bodor, back set. Roll shot across for Grant, kept alive by Raymond. Directed up by Lively and sent over by Schwartz. Bodorf will set it up for Mahler. Crisscross attack. Dug out by Burkle. Burkle will push it down the line. She'll make it work off the touch of Miranda Olson. 14-13. South Loop with the lead. And they have scored 3 in a row. Service by Raymond. Taken there by Grant. They'll set it back up for Grant. And the attack from the back row is good. She went from back right to back right on the other side for the kill. 14-14. Bodorf to serve. Played back row by Reif up front. Schwartz sets it up for Vickers. Block back. Covered though by Schwartz. It goes over on the Twin Loop side. And the return goes out of bounds. South Loop will come away with the point. 15-14 is their lead. And one of their best servers, Bryn Schwartz, will step up there. Sends it across. Played there by Grant. Bodorf left side. Olsen backs up and gets it too long. She had a good idea going back row center, but sent it just a little beyond the end line. 16-14 South Loop. Schwartz floats it across. Played there by Glidden. Bodorf sets it up for Mahler off the touch. Nice diving save by Reif. Now pushed across by Vickers, and she'll get it to go. Charlie Vickers is who actually got her hands on it the first time, but that made Reif have to dive to save it, but they worked it around back to Vickers, who got the kill. Service by Schwartz, and that's going to be an ace off of Olsen. And South Loop, with their biggest lead since it was 5-0, they lead 18-14, and a timeout Twin Loop. We'll be back right after this.
Beehive.
Beehive?
Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag.
Cool, what's it do?
Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
Well, the fall season is here. Shop at the Garden Center in Broken Bow to see what they have to offer you. They have gorgeous fall mums in a variety of colors for your fall planting, trees, shrubs, fall landscaping projects. New perennials are in, ready to go home with you. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and open on Saturday from 10 to 2. You just turn 1 block south by the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, and you'll find the Garden Center, who is proud to support our student athletes.
South Loop on a run. They lead at 18-14 here in set 2, down 1-0. Service by Schwartz, kept alive by Bodorf, and the bump attack into the net from Barker, and it's a 5-point lead for South Loop as they try to even up this match. Bryn Schwartz, the senior, she's been playing since she was a freshman. Sends it, taken there by Glidden, bumped up by Bodor, pushed across by, into the net by Grant, and it didn't go popping over this time for her. This time it popped back, and now it's a 20-14 lead for South Loop. Service from Bryn Schwartz. Taken by Grant. Bodorf will set it up for Barker. Dinks it across. Taken there by Vickers, pushed across by Schwartz, dug out by Bodorf, pass left side, and Barker with the kill. She's noticeably limping, though, and just so you can tell her knee is just a little bit off, but boy, what she got herself set, though, she hammered that one home. 20-15 the score. Glidden, service, played on the back row by Reif. Kept alive by Schwartz, sent on a free ball by Burkle. Played there by Grant. Bodorf ahead to Shada. Pushes it across. Now the quick dump, that time by Lively on the second hit. Olsen off the right side. Hammers it home. And now 2 in a row for Twin Loup as they try to battle back, down by 4, 20-16. Madison Glidden, junior libero for the Lady Wolves. Sends it down the line, played there by Vickers, kept alive by Schwartz. Bump set. Vickers with the big swing. That was a good serve receive, bump set, and attack. South Loup played that well in system. 21-16, and that ends a 2-0 run for Twin Loup. Vickers to the back row, played by Glidden. Back set, big swing by Mahler, gets it to go. Bodorf directed that behind her to Mahler, who got it down in front of Reif, 21-17. Mahler's service, played back row by Vickers, the overpass, and that'll work as Grant's right there to police the net and put it home. 21-18. Mahler to serve again. That's played by Vickers, and then off of, check that, that's off Burkle, and then off Schwartz, and another point. And Twin Loup has battled back within 2. Trailing 21-19, Reagan Mahler will continue to try to continue this run. Dug out by Vickers, bump set. Delaney Rogers pushes it across. They'll set it up in the middle for Grant. Nice diving save, but off the attack, it comes back. Reif kept it alive. Grant tried to hammer it home. Rogers blocked it, and it went off a touch on the front line for Twin Loup. South Loup gets the point.
Wow, what a block at the net by Rogers.
22-19. Reif with the service. Played in the back center by Richardson. Now off the left side, big swing by Grant, and Reif dug it out nicely, but it went up into the rafters, and nobody could play it, and it's back to a 2-point set again at 22-20. And Twin Loup's got Miranda Olsen back there, who has served well tonight. Sends it, and that one kept alive by Reif. That was going to be close to out. She had to decide on that one. Raymond sends it over, dug out by Glidden, directed by Grant, pushed up by Schwartz. Now down the line, Raymond kept alive by Richardson. Set up in the middle, big swing. Going to her left, crisscrossing to the right. Cassidy Grant put it home. It is a 1-point set, 22-21. Olsen will serve for the tie. Sends it. Played there by Vickers. They'll back set it. Sent over to Rogers. Dug out by Richardson. Set up for the quick dink by Grant, but one of the South Loup players was in the net. They'll call it on Rogers, and that will tie it up at 22 apiece.
Boy, a pivotal point to say the least right here at 22-all.
Olsen will serve it. Sends it to the back line, played by Reif. Set for a back row attack by Vickers. Kept alive by Richardson, but only up into the rafters. And that will be a kill for Vickers off the back row. 23-22 South Loup.
Man, what a big-time swing by Vickers coming out of the back row.
Lively with the service. Dug out there by Grant. They'll set it up for Grant. Big swing, and it is down. Off the touch of Vickers. Raymond was chasing after it, but couldn't get to it. We're tied at 23.
Well, that was a fun sequence right there. Both top hitters for each team stepping up. Vickers with a kill, Grant with the response.
Senior Aaron Smith in there to serve. Sends it. Taken there by Reif. Quick dink across on 2 by Schwartz. They'll set it up for Barker. Roll shot down the line, too long. Out of bounds. And South Loup will have set point up 24-23 here in set 2. And Greeley Rupick, the junior, will do the honors. Gives it a spin, sends it, and that's almost an ace. Nice diving save by Richardson. Back set, Grant blocked and blocked in by Vickers, and we're going to a third set as South Loup wins this one 25-23. We are tied at one set apiece. We'll be back right after this on 95.3.
Style food and dine at the Tumbleweed Cafe from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Or if you're on the go, swing through the drive-thru. In the morning, grab hot and fresh breakfast items. Meet at dinner for the family at home, but don't have the time to make it yourself? Breakfast casseroles, Reuben casseroles, chicken pot pies, lasagna, enchiladas, fresh bread, and more are ready to go home with you to pop in the oven from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Radio coverage of the Twin Loop Wolves is being brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters, whose members include Agland ATV, Burwell Dental Clinic, Burwell Pharmacy, Calamus Outfitters, Central Nebraska Electric, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, The Corner Stop, Craig and Diane Van Kura, Diamond Ring Ranch, Douse Farms LLC, Erickson Law Office, First National Bank, and Frontier Family Pharmacy. Enjoy the broadcast brought to you in part by the Twin Loop Boosters.
I grew up in a commercial cow-calf operation. We're selling bulls to commercial cattlemen, and fertility and feet, udder quality and disposition and fleshing ability, and, all that is really the cornerstone of kind of what we're at here. And these cows have to work like a commercial cow. There's no second chances. There's no rollover herd. At Preg Check Day, if you have a red tag, you're going to the sale barn that week. And that's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're cold right, and I think these cows are here to work, and they're doing a good job.
That's the Cattleman's Cut, Brewster, Nebraska.
Fall is approaching and cooler nights are upon us. You need to check out Geared for Sports in Broken Bow for new fall arrivals. Husker gear is hitting the racks in men's and women's sizes, perfect for cheering on your favorite team. And remember, when you need to gear up for the sports you are playing, visit Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4.
Well, as we make the set change, Thrivent Financial is proud to support our local sports teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Thrivent Representative Scott Harvey is excited to help you reach your financial goals. He will help you create a financial strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. Whether it's insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, give Scott Harvey and Thrivent Financial a call today at 308-872-2511.
All right, we go to the third set. Twin Loop won the first set 25-18. South Loop battled back to win set number 2, 25-23. First match of the year for these two rivals. As Brent mentioned, they were both in the Callaway Seven Valleys tournament earlier this month, but did not end up playing each other. But they're going to 3 here in this one. South Loop will serve, going left to right. Bryn Schwarz floats it across, taken by Glidden. Baudorf sets it up in the middle, deked across by Mahler with the left hand. South Loop on the attack, big swing by Vickers. It'll go off the back row touch of Grant. And just like the first two sets, South Loop draws blood first. 1-0. And this time, though, Schwarz into the net. Service error ties it up at 1 apiece. Ava Baudorf sends it, and over the net, taken there by Rupik. Now Reif up front, sent on the free ball by Lively. Baudorf after serve receive, they get it over to Barker. Off the front row touch of Vickers. She got that one home.
Well, that was one of the best swings of the entire night, I think, for Madison, able to split the block and pick up the kill.
Sent over by Baudorf. They'll set it up for Vickers. Big swing, but that's long. Grant looked at it for a second on the back row and then shorthanded that one quickly and got out of the way, and the point will go to Twin Loop. Baudorf again to serve. Played on the back row by Schwarz, bumped up by Vickers. The overpass Hammered down by Olsen, and they were almost celebrating a little too quickly.
I thought we had a violation. I thought I heard a whistle.
Well, they might have. They're going to call. I think they're going to call over the net on Olsen. So the point will go to South Loup. Twin Loup thought they had the point, but South Loup ends up with it. Vickers with the service, dug out by Olsen. Swung across on the swipe by Barker. Dug out by Vickers, back set. And not much really that Lively could do with it. And the point will go to Twin Loup. They lead it 4-2. Glidden will serve for the Lady Wolves. Sends it. Played back row by Reif. Pushed up by Schwartz and sent over by Rogers. Back set, the attack by Olsen. That's covered by Burkle. Sent over by Lively. Dug out by Grant. Pass front row. Left-handed dink across from Mahler. South Loup on the attack. Delaney Rogers, who was tipped at the net, kept alive by Bodorf. Sent on a free ball by Glidden. Dug out by Reif. Pass into the middle. Roll shot across from Rogers. Dug by Olsen. They'll set it up for Grant. Too strong on the attack. And the point will go to South Loup on the long volley. 4-3 the score in favor of Twin Loup. South Loup will serve for the tie, and it'll be Maggie Burkle. Sends it. And Olsen going way low to go get that one. Check that Glidden. Sent over by Mahler. Back set Schwartz. Now Lively sends it across. That's dug out by Glidden. Mahler will return on three. Set up in the middle. Big swing by Rogers. Off the block. It's down. And we're tied at 4 apiece. Don't forget, we've got one more match here tonight. The host, Sandhills Valley, taking on South Loup in that one. Service by Burkle. Nice one. Dug out by Glidden. Bumped up. And they'll have the big swing from the back row by Grant, but too big a swing. And it will go long, 5-4 in favor of the Lady Bobcats. Burkle steps into this one. Played on the back row by Grant. They'll set it up for Olsen. Dinked it across. A lot of frosting on that one because it was right smack dab in the dotted hole. 5-5 our score. Mahler to serve it up. Played by Reif. Back set by Schwartz. Pushed across by Rogers. They'll set it up in the middle for the big swing by Cassidy Grant, but it is out of bounds. And a point for South Loup.
Yeah, one of the few Cassidy has missed tonight. Just hit that one a little bit wide.
6-5 South Loup. Service dug out back row by Richardson, who's back in the lineup. And this time Richardson working against Schwartz with the crisscross, took a little bit off of it and got it down.
Yeah, Cassidy is smiling. I don't know if she took a little bit off of it or if she just didn't hit it as solid as she wanted to, and maybe that was best.
Well, she did take some off of it, but whether it was intentional, that's the case. They'll set it up for Raymond, blocked but kept alive on the Twin Loup side. Pushed over by Shada, dug out by Vickers. Nice back set on two by Schwartz, kept alive, set quickly back by Glidden. They'll set it up for Delaney Rogers, and with the directional shot, she'll get it home. South Loup with the lead at 7-6.
Delaney Rogers has come up with some nice plays at the net in this match, but certainly in this third set.
And it's really been a difference maker, and I think South Loup getting right back into this one. Rupik, nice diving serve, but dug out by Grant, sent over on three by Shada. Schwartz sets it up for Vickers, blocked, but not cleanly. Vickers gets it home off the front row block. 8-6, South Loup. Rupik will serve. Steps into it. Played back row center by Olsen. They'll set it up for Grant, and on the back line, Cassidy Grant got it in. 8-7 the score. Aaron Smith ready to serve for the Lady Wolves. Gives it a spin, sends it. Tipped the line by Rupik. They'll set it up for Raymond. Her attack tipped at the net. Bumped up by Olsen. Bumped up by Bodorf. Sent on a roll shot for a good corner by Barker. Rupik could only punch it up and nobody else there to take the second hit. We're tied at 8.
Well, this match starting to play out now the way we thought it would when it started, and that is really close.
They are battling back and forth. Smith with the service. Reif with the dig. Pass over the left side. Big swing by Charlie Vickers, and it's out. Not sure if it hit the intent. It's shaken a little bit, but it was definitely out and no touch. So 9-8 the point to Twin Loup. They lead. Smith. That one punched up by Vickers, and off the second hit, it hits the rafters and redirected it, and Vickers wasn't ready for that, and it's 10-8.
Well, the ceiling here at the Stapleton Gym not quite as high as some of the other gymnasiums around the area that we cover volleyball in, so the rafters have certainly come into play at times here tonight.
Especially off the big hard hits where they've ricocheted up there. Twin Loup on the offensive end, pushed across by Grant, dug back row. Lively, they'll set it up for Vickers. Blocked, but on the Twin Loup side, she drives it home for the kill. Charlie Vickers closes the gap to 1. 10-9 Twin Loup. Reif, though, will serve for the tie. Josie, senior, sends it. That one's dug out by Olsen, but Barker in the right spot at the right time. Olsen floats it across, taken there by Vickers. They'll set her up. Vickers with the big swing and the kill. You could see that one coming, Brent.
Yes, you could.
10-10 the score. Josie Reif, the libero, to serve again. Steps into this one. Float to the back line, played by Olsen. Bodorf back set for Grant. Big swing, and it's long. And that might have been affected a little bit by Charlie Vickers, who timed a jump up there on the left side. She purposely put that one maybe a little too high to avoid the block. 11-10. Reif again. Played by Olsen, back row center. Bodorf left side. Barker into the net. And now South Loup has opened up a 2-point advantage at 12-10, and they have reeled off 4 in a row. We're in the third and final set. In the back row, taken there by Olsen, sent over on 2, and nicely done by Ava Bodorf as she placed that one into the donut hole. That cuts the lead and ends the 4-0 run. 12-11, South Loup still by 1. Grant serving for the tie, floats it across. Taken there by Schwartz as she'll set it up for Vickers, and that one way too long. You could hear the Twin Loup players all in unison yelling out. 12-12. Grant will serve now for the lead for Twin Loup. A soft one, and that's going to be an ace. Off the touch of Burkle. Well, that just climbed the net and then dropped on over. 13-12, Twin Loup. Grant again with the floater. That one taken on the back line by Rupik. They'll set it up for Vickers. Too strong on the kill attempt. And now 6 in a row for Twin Loup. They lead it 14-12. Grant down the line, played there by Lively, pushed to the front row, pushed over by Burkle, but blocked back. Right there, Bodorf and Mahler. 15-12. And Twin Loup now with 7 in a row. Grant taken there by Vickers. Vickers with a big swing. And again, that was Vickers on the serve receive. The quick pass to Schwartz, who gives it back to Vickers. We've seen that twice in this set. 15-13. Schwartz service. Played by Glidden, back row center. Bodorf, left side. Barker off the touch. Got it home. Vickers was up there, but only got one hand on it. 16-13. Twin Loup by 3. They won the first set 25-18. South Loup won the second 25-23. Dug out by Rupick. Back set. Vickers on the attack. Touched on the front line. Kept alive by Grant. They'll go left side. Crisscross attack by Barker. Taken by Vickers. She'll get it back off the serve set and drive it through the D between Mahler and Barker to get the point. 16-14. And Charlie Vickers to serve it up. Goes across. Taken by Glidden. Set over to the other side for Barker. Taken by Rive, kept alive by Schwartz. Big swing by Rogers. Into the rafters by Bodorf, but played nicely by Olsen. Sent over by Mahler. Set up in the middle. Rogers, big swing, block back. Mahler and Barker were up there to do the honors. 17-14. Twin Loop by 3. Madison Glidden. Over the net. Taken by Maggie Burkle. Now shot it. Sent quickly over now by Olsen. Punched up by Rife and having to hustle to it. Burkle got it over cleanly. Taken there by Grant. Now Mahler with the swipe. Played on the back row by Schwartz. She'll get it back off the bump set by Lively. Up into the rafters. Off the touch of Olsen, and it comes freely down to the floor. And South Loop cuts the lead down to 2, 17-15. Maggie Burkle again. Sends it. Played by Glidden. Bodorf sets it up for Mahler on the crisscross. Taken there on the back left by Schwartz. She'll get it back for a big swing and a kill. She swung big. You kind of forget about Schwartz as an attacker, Brent, because she's kind of that utility player. Does a lot of setups, but she can attack that ball too.
Yeah, one of her best swings of the night for sure.
17-16. Burkle will serve for the tie. Floats it across, taken by Glidden. Bodorf sets it up for Olsen, dinks it across, and that'll work. Off the touch of Raymond. Miranda Olsen with a big point for the Lady Wolves.
Another great job of reading things at the net. Olsen uses the redirect to collect the point.
Mahler floats it across. Dug out there by Vickers. They'll set it up in the middle for Rogers. Goes over the top. Taken there by Mahler. Sets it up now for Glidden, but she puts it into the net. 18-17. Richardson back in for Twin Loop. Delaney Lively serves it, and not enough. Boy, I thought it was going to climb the net originally, but didn't quite get to the top. It's a service error and a point for Twin Loop. 19-17, Lady Wolves. Olsen, back row, kept alive there by Rogers, sent over by Schwartz. Pass left side, Shada will dink it across. Taken there by Lively, nice quick dink by Schwartz, and she gets the point. That's that no look over the head dink on the second hit, and it worked for Bryn Schwartz, and it's a 1-point set. 19-18. Greeley Rupick sends it. Played back row by Olsen. Quick set for Cassidy Grant, and she got it home. Split the defense and got it just in the back line. 20-18, Twin Loop 5 away from winning the set and the match.
And now you've got Grant, who has rotated into the front row for Twin Loop. Barker comes in to join her there. That's a pretty formidable duo at the net right now for Twin Loop.
Smith sends it long, and Rife did the right thing. She got out of the way at the last second and let it go, and it's a service error, and it's a 1-point set again at 20-19.
Great read by Rife on the back row. Man, she tracked that ball all the way to the line and saw that the best thing to do was step away from it.
And Josie will serve now. Taken there by Glidden, pushed across by Bodorf, joust at the net. Big block, it comes back over on the Twin Loop side. Barker has it now crisscross, dug out nicely by Burkle. Back set now for Vickers. Directed, kept at the net, taken by Bodorf. Swung across by Grant, kept alive by Burkle. Off the right side, Schwartz overhits it and into the net. 21-19, that was a good battle up on the front lines, Brent.
Yeah, we've seen a few battles at the net in this second match of the night.
Service from Grant. Rolls it across, taken there by Vickers. They'll set her up. Blocked back, though, this time. Twin Loup had seen enough of that already in this set. And this time, Barker and Mahler got in the way and blocked it home, 22-19. Grant service down the line, taken by Lively. Back set, Vickers, big swing on the slide, right to left. Put that one in the books. It's a 2-point set, 22-20.
Man, this is getting fun.
It's been a good match.
Both teams have kind of elevated their play here in the last few points of set number 3.
Evenly matched match. Schwartz sends it across, dug out there by Grant. Barker rolls it across, taken there by Vickers. Vickers gets set up for the big swing, got it down. Off the touch of Grant. Grant was in a kind of a no-man position there. Either Grant tried to return it or let it go, and I think it would have been in anyway. 22-21, and Schwartz will serve for the tie. Sends it. Played by Grant, and that's going to be an ace. 22-22. And a timeout, Twin Loup. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to High School Volleyball on 95.3.
Your school's colors. Small towns are brought together cheering on their favorite teams. Agland ATV knows how hard the athletes and coaches work year-round and are proud to help sponsor the games of our customers and their kids and grandkids. We have built relationships with many of these families through the years and are proud of their success. Best of luck to all the local athletes from Agland ATV in Broken Bow.
872-3424.
Agland ATV, West Highway 2, Broken Bow. 872-3424.
With videographer Christy Wells, he's Brent Apperson. I'm Larry Kottner. We're coming to you from Stapleton High School Gymnasium, Sandhills Valley Triangular. We're in the second match of the night, and we got a dandy. We're in the third set, 22 for South Loup, 22 for Twin Loup. Winner of this set wins the match. Service belongs to Bryn Schwartz of the Lady Bobcats. Floats it across, taken there by Glidden, kept alive by Baudorf, pushed across by Grant, but then Reif able to get to it, keep it alive, but it just floated in the air and nobody could get to it. And Twin Loup gets the point. 23-22, Ava Baudorf sends it. Taken there by Rupik, bump set. Vickers off balance, and that'll go off the kill. I don't know if they keep that alive. They did. It didn't hit the wall, so it's still alive. And then Vickers is out of bounds.
Oh, wait a minute.
Let's see.
They got a touch.
A touch by the back row. A touch from the back row line judge. And we're tied at 23. And Tammy Phillips looking for where that was at. Wow, that hit off of all the rafters. Hit the piping towards the end, but it didn't hit the wall. And that kept it alive, and Twin Loup sent it back. But still, South Loup got the point. We're tied 23-23. Baudorf, back set. Barker off the tip. Kept alive by Vickers. Back set. Big swing by Lively. Taken there by Grant. Olsen, pass over to Barker. Roll shot. Back row taken by Vickers. Set up in the middle now for Rogers. Off balance. Dug out by Baudorf. Sent over quickly by Olsen. Now Schwartz for Rogers. Dinks it across. And into the donut hole. 24-23. Set and match point for South Loup. And another timeout taken here by Twin Loup. We'll take it with them. Come back right after this on 95.3.
Irrigation may be known worldwide, but their roots are right here in central Nebraska, something they are very proud of. They hire right here in the heartland and know their success is due to those quality employees. As a way of showing support for the community, Sargent Irrigation sponsors high school sports broadcasts, so those unable to attend can follow the action. Enjoy the broadcast, sponsored in part by Sargent Irrigation in Broken Bow.
We come back to Stapleton High School. We are in the third set of the second match. 24-23 set and match point for South Loup. Charlie Vickers serve. It's a good one. Nice diving save by Glidden. Back set. Barker roll shot. Back row taken there by Rife. They'll set it up for Rogers. pushes it across, taken there by Bodorf, pushed across by Olsen, dug out by Schwartz. Back set over to Schwartz. Swinging shot taken there by Bodorf. Set up in the middle. Mahler off balance, punched up by Reif. Bump set, dinked across, kept alive. Big swing and down. Couldn't quite get it across, was lively. And we're tied at 24. We're playing extra volleyball. Madison Glidden to serve for Twin Loup. Glidden, big swing. Did it touch her? It's out, but they're asking for the touch. The official says touch off of right. It was very close, and the official said yes. It is now set and match point for Twin Loup. Glidden to serve again. Into the net. And we play on. 25-25.
Man, oh man, what a wild third set this has turned into.
It'll be Burkle to serve for South Loup. Steps into this one. Played back row by Glidden. Set up for Mahler off the front row. Touch, it'll go! Delaney Rogers was there, but only got a piece of it, and it fell into an empty zone. And again, set and match point. Mahler, who just got the kill, will serve. She'll serve center row, sends it to the back, taken there, set up by Schwartz for Rogers, tipped off the front net, taken by Glidden, bump set, big swing by Rogers, covered though nicely by Mahler. Now to be Grant, sets it across. Delaney, Rogers takes it there, she'll get it back, swings it across, punched up by Olsen, set up for Grant, big swing, taken there by Vickers, but South Loop's in the net, and that's a winner for Twin Loup. Rogers was in the net, and Twin Loup battles back and wins it in three. 25-18, 23-25, 27-25. Twin Loup now winners of 8 of their last 9 matches, Brent, and they win the triangular with that match.
Great match. Went the distance. Thrilling third set. Twin Loup wins it 27-25 in the third. We'll come back and wrap it up and then transition into our final match of the night after these words.
Is dedicated to partnering with you to inspire healthy living through quality care with integrity, respect, and responsibility. We know our most important resource is our employees. The best planning, equipment, or facility mean nothing without an amazing staff. Rewarding career opportunities are available. Visit melham.org/careers to see current openings and to apply. Melham Medical Center, large enough to serve, small enough to care.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loup Bobcats, or Anselmo Murrah debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDC.
Having a party, celebration, tailgate, or watch party? Then you need to come and see us at the Grocery Cart. Between our amazing deals and GK Wine and Spirits, we'll help you treat your guests right. Start out with a meat and cheese tray or a Chester's chicken in the deli, or pick up a rack of smoked ribs. For drinks, our aisles at the GK Wine and Spirits are full with savings on your favorites. The deli and GK Wine and Spirits, inside the Grocery Cart, Broken Bow.
Custer Federal has been helping customers acquire new and or improve existing homes for over 90 years. We are excited to have the opportunity to help you finance your home purchase, improvement, or refinance. Whether it is move-in ready or a fixer-upper, we have mortgage experts who are up to speed on all types of financial solutions. We will work with you from application to closing to make the process as easy as possible. Get the keys to your dream home with Custer Federal, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we welcome you back to Stapleton High School, where we just witnessed a thrilling match between South Loup and Twin Loup. It went the distance Twin Loup kind of controlled the opening set, winning 25-18, but boy, after that, man, what a match it turned into. Just went back and forth. South Loup tied the match by winning set 2, 25-23, and then in the third set, we went extra points with Twin Loup finally winning it, Larry, 27-25. That third set, especially once we got about midway through it, man, I tell you what, players really started stepping up, and there was just some great volleyball down the stretch in that match.
Yeah, really it went back and forth, and nobody really had the upper hand at all down that backside of that third set.
So Twin Loup comes to the Sandhills Valley Triangular and walks away 2-0 here at the Tri as they improve their overall record now to 11-8 on the season. Twin Loup opening the night with a straight set victory over Sandhills Valley, 25-13, 25-19. And then, as we just mentioned, that thrilling three-setter against South Loup, Twin Loup winning by scores of 25-18, 23-25, the score in the second as South Loup won it, but then Twin Loup winning the third, 27-25. So again, Twin Loup improves to 11-8 on the season. South Loup drops to 7-11, and now the Bobcats will get ready to play the final match of the night as they will take on the Sandhills Valley Mavericks in our final match of the evening. Great volleyball so far tonight. Thank you for being with us, and it's time now to transition into our final match of the night. South Loup and Sandhills Valley is coming up next, and as we transition into it, we want to say thanks to these businesses who are sponsoring our radio broadcast of the match on KBBN Radio. And they include Bruning Bank, Callaway Market, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Agribest Feeds in Callaway, Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, A1 Auto Repair, First State Insurance of Arnold, Mills Hardware, Reed's Food Center, Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, Badgley Well, Rain Dance Repair, Rocks Underground, Custer County Feeders. Also brought to you by the Nebraska State Bank, Grocery Cart, Custer Federal State Bank, Arrow Seed, Rods Body and Paint, Team Physical Therapy, Trotter Service, Mead Lumber, Shelter Insurance, A to Z Lawn Pro, Squire Septic Service, Geared for Sports, Agland ATV, Sargent Irrigation, and Melham Medical Center. A live video stream of the match also available on sandhillsexpress.com, and we'll come back and tell you more about that after this.
Favorite team and athlete, don't forget to take Bruning Bank with you. With our free mobile banking app, you can handle your daily banking needs from anywhere, even the bleachers. Check your balance, monitor transactions, deposit checks, and send and receive funds to family and friends with Zelle. Learn more at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all students a safe and successful season. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
At the Callaway Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
She walked into the bank holding a birthday check from Grandma to open her first checking account. That same account was there when she started her first job. It paid her first month's rent. And it was still there the day she brought her daughter into the bank to open a checking account of her own. Because choosing the right bank for checking means building a relationship. That's something Nebraskans value. And it's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Simply put, Agribest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond Mineral Salt, Aeroquip Chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit Agribest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway. Oh my gourd! Can you believe it's that time of year again? Trick or treat your automobile with this season's finest pumpkin spice oil changes at A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. If pumpkin spice isn't your jam, they offer engine repair, diesel work, windshield replacements, and tire and alignment services. Call A1 Auto today at 308-848-2542 or stop in at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold to schedule your appointment and have your vehicle running happily ever after. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
Grocery shopping can be tough. Planning meals, finding time to shop, all while trying to save money in the aisles. Reed's Food Center in Arnold invites you to sign up for their rewards program. You earn 5 points for every dollar you spend. Then use those points the next time you visit on highly discounted products. Visit reedsfoodcenter.com and check out recipe ideas, a meal planner, plus ads, coupons, and internet-only specials. Reed's Food Center. Visit them soon in Arnold.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Well, as we come back to Stapleton High School, getting ready to move into our third and final match of the night as South Loop gets ready to take on the host team, Sandhills Valley. Again, tonight we've been able to bring you all three matches, not only on the radio, but also on our live video stream tonight on SandhillsExpress.com. And we want to say thanks to these sponsors who are bringing you the live video stream here tonight. And they include Twin Loop Boosters, Hermsmeyer Agronomy, Agribest Feeds of Callaway, Insurance of the Heartland, Culligan, Nebraska State Bank, Power Solutions, Agland ATV, Grocery Cart, BD, Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, Meat Lumber, Moline Seed and Fence, and Lions Appliance. Big thank you to all of those businesses that are sponsoring our live video stream accompanied by the radio call here tonight. Again, you can access our live video stream on SandhillsExpress.com or by going directly to the Sandhills Express Facebook page or YouTube channel. It is South Loop and Sandhills Valley coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
65 give you nightmares? It doesn't have to. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And as an independent agent, I work with the major insurance companies that you're getting mail and phone advertising from. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the options, give me a call to set up an appointment. We will go through the Medicare process step by step, from signing up to enrolling in the necessary supplement and Part D drug plans. You don't have to do this alone. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here to help. Call me at 836-2201 or stop in at the office in Callaway.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Have you heard the buzz?
Yeah, it's got to be my neighbor's Beehive.
Beehive?
Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag.
Cool, what's it do?
Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
Custer County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
Brock's Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Brock's Underground in Oconto.
Let the games begin. Burning Bank enables you to manage your finances from the bleachers, sidelines, or wherever you are with 24/7 access to your accounts. Check your balances with mobile banking, reimburse friends and family for concession stand goods with Zelle, and even set up automatic payments or reminders to never miss a payment again with Bill Pay. The ball is in your court. Burning Bank is a proud sponsor of area athletics and wishes all student athletes a safe and successful season. Burning Bank, member FDIC.
And we come back to Stapleton High School, getting ready for our final match of the night as Sandhills Valley gets ready to take on South Loop. Each team playing Twin Loop earlier tonight. Twin Loop was able to win both matches. They defeated Sandhills Valley in straight sets earlier tonight, 25-13, 25-19, and then a thriller between South Loop and Twin Loop, which just finished a few minutes ago. Twin Loop winning the first set 25-18. South Loop won the second 25-23. And then in the third set, it went extra points. Twin Loop was able to win it 27-25. So Twin Loop goes 2-0 at the triangular, and they leave with an overall record now of 11-8. So that brings us to the final match of the night, South Loop against Sandhills Valley. Each team looking for a win here in the final match of the night. Well, Larry, your thoughts as we get ready for it. We kind of documented for Sandhills Valley. It's kind of been a rough year as far as the win-loss record is concerned, just one win coming in. But we saw them against Twin Loop earlier tonight, and especially in that second set, had some moments that they looked really good, kind of made a run, made that second set really interesting against Twin Loop. And we'll see what they have here in the final match of the night.
Yeah, they've just got to find maybe a little bit more consistency and work hard. The effort is definitely there. They've got an opportunity. They're playing at home and an opportunity to try to squeeze one out here. For South Loop, you've got to kind of wipe out that last one. That was a tough loss. They had it, they were 1 point away from winning that, and all they had to do is get one more point and end up being Twin Loop getting 3 points and taking away the win. So now you got to just kind of get rid of that game, and you got to start over and try to refocus on this one.
Yeah, in athletic competition, sometimes you have to have a short memory, don't you?
Yeah.
And so we'll see what happens in our final match of the night. It'll be the Mavericks of Sandhills Valley taking on the Lady Bobcats of South Loop, and it is next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Market, they appreciate their amazing customers who choose to shop local with them. That's why they offer their loyalty program, which has allowed them to give thousands of dollars back to the community. Your friends at Callaway Market invite you to shop their aisles, quality meat counter, and bountiful and beautiful produce section. On Mondays, a senior discount of 10% off is given. Thank you for shopping local from the Callaway Market. Open 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday to Saturday and Sundays from 11 till 5.
The Callaway District Hospital, along with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics, love supporting the community and are happy to be able to help bring you this sports broadcast. The Callaway District Hospital and Medical Clinics delight in serving the area with their public transportation service. Call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today. Areas served and destinations requested will be evaluated on a first-come, first-served basis. Cheering on the area athletes from the Callaway District Hospital and the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics.
He started mowing her lawn every Sunday to earn money for his first car. She needed the help, and when money got tight, he kept doing it for free. So he never saved enough to buy that car for his 16th birthday. But it didn't matter, because she gave him the classic, parked in her garage. Do the right thing, and good things happen. That's why we're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're Nebraska in a bank. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Simply put, AgriBest Feeds in Callaway has the ranching supplies you need and are looking for, like Sweet Pro Tubs with probiotin that helps cattle perform better while consuming up to 25% less forage. They also have Redmond mineral salt, Aeroquip chutes, and portable tub alley systems, plus vet supplies, pet and poultry feed, and dry shod boots. Sometimes the ATV or UTV is the way you want to go. They have drive-through gates ideal for the farm, ranch, hunting, lease, and more. For fencing, barbed wire, posts, and more, visit AgriBest Feeds behind the Community Center in Callaway. Oh my gourd! Can you believe it's that time of year again? Trick or treat your automobile with this season's finest pumpkin spice oil changes at A1 Auto Repair in Arnold. If pumpkin spice isn't your jam, they offer engine repair, diesel work, windshield replacements, and tire and alignment services. Call A1 Auto today at 308-848-2542 or stop in at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold to schedule your appointment and have your vehicle running happily ever after. A1 Auto Repair in Arnold.
At First State Insurance of Arnold, they're proud to say that they can offer you choices. Those choices save you money. They can offer you a variety of choices because they are independent agents. First State Insurance is cheering on the Bobcats all the way. Call Becky or Taylor at 848-2522 to set up an appointment with First State Insurance of Arnold. Proud supporters of the South Loop Bobcat coaches and players who work so hard.
And we come back to Stapleton High School, getting ready for the final match of the Sandhills Valley Triangular as the host team Sandhills Valley gets ready to take on South Loop. As we get you ready for the opening serve, let's look at your starting lineups or your projected starters for tonight's contest. Being brought to you by the J.R. Meyer Insurance Agency of Callaway. As your local independent insurance agency, they can offer coverage by many of the most respected companies in the nation. Call 836-2245. These were the starting lineups that the two teams went with in the matches earlier tonight. We'll start with South Loop. Greeley Rupak, a junior. Also getting the start earlier tonight, Riata Raymond, a junior. Maggie Burkle, senior. Josie Wright, the libero, senior. Bryn Schwartz, senior. Charlie Vickers, senior. And Delaney Lively, senior. We'll also see plenty of Delaney Rogers, a senior for South Loop. The projected starters for head coach Desiree Guthrie. Now the projected starting lineup for Sandhills Valley. This is who they started in the match earlier tonight against Twin Loop. Ani Trimble is the libero. She's a junior. Shelby Lair, a junior. Rayanna Bruns, sophomore. Alexis Hagan, sophomore. Tessa Hansen, senior. Peyton Moore, senior. And Elizabeth Fetty, a senior. The projected starting lineup for Sandhills Valley and head coach Janet Victory. It's our final match of the night. South Loop and Sandhills Valley coming up next on Central Nebraska's Sports Source.
Planning meals, finding time to shop, all while trying to save money in the aisles. Reed's Food Center in Arnold invites you to sign up for their rewards program. You earn 5 points for every dollar you spend. Then use those points the next time you visit on highly discounted products. Visit ReedsFoodCenter.com and check out recipe ideas, a meal planner, plus ads, coupons, and internet-only specials. Reed's Food Center. Visit them soon in Arnold.
Mills Hardware is proud to support the local athletes. From painting to tools, sporting goods to office supplies, Mills Hardware is the place to go. Always remember, if they don't have it, they will try to get it for you. They have 155 different suppliers that they work with and offer services like hunting, fishing, and park permits, key making, and more. They thank you for your continued patronage of their store. You're very important to them. Thank you from the Mills Hardware and Feed team.
Does the thought of turning 65 give you nightmares? It doesn't have to. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. And as an independent agent, I work with the major insurance companies that you're getting mail and phone advertising from. If you're feeling overwhelmed with the options, give me a call to set up an appointment. We will go through the Medicare process step by step, from signing up to enrolling in the necessary supplement and Part D drug plans. You don't have to do this alone. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency is here to help. Call me at 836-2201 or stop in at the office in Callaway.
Badgley Well Service in Oconto is proud to sponsor this high school sports broadcast, featuring some of our awesome student athletes right here in central Nebraska. Cliff and his team at Badgley Well are always on call at 858-4409. From domestic to stock wells, call Badgley Well Service of Oconto. They have the experience to get the job done right. Call Badgley Well Service of Oconto when water is the goal. Badgley Well is happy to help bring you this sports broadcast.
Well, as we get ready for volleyball action on KBBN Radio, we have just a moment to remind you about a special area game of the week for football on a Football Friday tomorrow, as we'll have a special afternoon game in six-man football as we put the focus on the SEM Mustangs for you tomorrow. They will host Harvard in Sumner. We'll have the game for you live on KBBN Radio. Kickoff is in the afternoon at 3, so pregame coverage starting shortly after 2 o'clock with the consolidated pregame show. That'll be our area football game of the week tomorrow afternoon here on KBBN Radio.
I'm looking forward to calling that one tomorrow with Jeremy, and always fun to go down there to Sumner. The people treat us right down there, and always good to see some good six-man. Number 2 team in the state taking on a Harvard team tomorrow.
Speaking of being treated well, have to say thanks to A.D. Jeremiah Johnson here at Stapleton and for the kindness that they have showed us here for tonight's activities. All right, we are underway. The serve by Sandhills Valley. Quick tip over by Schwartz, handled by the Mavericks. Hanson middle attack, blocked back by Vickers to the floor, and the opening point of the match goes to South Loop. Just underway, opening set of the final match of the night. Served by Bryn Schwartz, dug out by Bruns. Outside attack coming by Sandhills Valley's Shelby Lair. Returned by Schwartz, dug out, kept alive by the Mavericks. Hanson in the middle again, blocked back again by Vickers. Kept alive at the net by the Mavericks. The return by Bruns, punched up in the air by Reif. Schwartz will set middle for Vickers. The swing and the kill.
And that's really all South Loop needs to do is they go back to their offense. They got off to a great start in each of the sets in the first match, and they're off to a pretty good start here in this one.
Schwartz the serve, puts it in play, and that's an ace. So the first 3 points of the match go the way of South Loop. Schwartz ready and sends it across in play. Hagan will bump it up for Trimble, the libero, hitting out of the back row. Pass to Schwartz, who sets up Vickers in the middle, but this time it's into the net, and the point goes to Sandhills Valley. South Loop 3, Sandhills Valley 1, as we play through the opening points of our final match of the night. Sandhills Valley ready. Alexis Hagan with the serve. Pass to Schwartz, who sets outside for Vickers. Through the block and good.
Hanson was right up there, but not close enough to the net to get the block on the other side. And Vickers just doing a good job of driving it through.
Now Charlie to the service line. Serve on its way. Pass toward the net. Kept alive by Moore, but Moore's momentum carried her underneath the net. So net violation against the Mavericks, and South Loop goes up 5-1 here in the first.
Yeah, a lot of times when you put a lot of effort to get to a ball, you just can't stop on a dime.
Vickers' serve goes into the net. On the service error, point and serve to Sandhills Valley. Substitution for the Mavericks is Bradley Kramer. Freshman will come in to play the back row. Serving is Ani Trimble, the libero, and that is out. Sailed just a little bit long. Josie Reif tracking it all the way. Saw it was going to be long, stepped away from it, and South Loop goes up 6-2 here in the first. Maggie Burkle ready to serve. Puts it in play, and that is going to be an ace. Burkle with the ace serve. The early advantage to South Loop as they lead 7-2 here in the opening set. Burkle sends it across. Returned on one hit. Rogers plays it on the front row. Now the setup for Raymond, who takes the swing. Handled by the libero Trimble, tipping it over Moore, sending it back. Rogers, and that'll find the floor.
Delaney Rogers pretty good at that. Kind of finding the area that might be open. He's got good vision up on that front line.
8-2, South Loop here in the opening set. Miranda Burkle ready. Maggie Burkle, sends it across. Punched up in the air by Hagan and returned by Moore on the third. Pass to Schwartz, who will set it up for Rogers in the middle. Big swing for Delaney Rogers, who collects the kill. And a timeout, Sandhills Valley. Opening set, South Loop leading 9-2.
It's got to be my neighbor's Beehive. Beehive? Yeah, it's that new pivot controller from Beehive Ag. Cool, what's it do? Your phone becomes your pivot panel. You can control your pivot, pump, in-gun, and it even has GPS and VRI. Breathe new technology into old pivots.
Really? The subscription must be expensive.
No, there is no subscription fee. Contact Rich Reynolds with Rain Dance Repair at 308-870-4455. That's 870-4455.
Fort County Heating and Air owners Brian Hogg and Austin Cox serve the area with a combined 20 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They provide free estimates and 24-hour service. No matter what the temperature is outside, they'll make sure the temperature inside is just right. Call Fort County Heating and Air in Broken Bow at 872-2258. Burgle with the serve out of the timeout, returned on one hit by the Mavericks. Hitting out of the back row is Schwartz, a big swing, handled nicely by the libero Trimble. Now Moore back the other way, and that is going to get to the floor.
Pretty good swing over there by Peyton Moore off that right side. She put a little smoke on that one.
Service to Sandhills Valley. Coming in off the bench to go to the service line, Natalie Newman, senior. Newman puts it in play. Vickers on the receive. Schwartz sets Rogers in the middle. Hits it wide and out. So Sandhills Valley with a nice response coming out of the timeout. They've scored 2 in a row, and they are to within 5. Newman ready. Sends it on its way. Pass to Schwartz, who sets up Rogers in the middle again. And again, it sails long and out. Point, Sandhills Valley. Newman ready again. Sends it to the back row. Pass to Schwartz, who sets the outside for Lively this time. Played by the libero Trimble, scrambling Sandhills Valley, and they will not be able to return. 10-5, South Loop leading here in the first. Back into the lineup for Sandhills Valley, Shelby Lair. At the service line, Lively. And that's an ace.
That's a nice serve right there.
Delaney Lively, the senior, with the ace serve to put South Loop up 11-5 here in the opening set. Lively ready again, just got over the net, and that'll get down for another ace.
Or you get a shot like that that hits the net and just drops over. You put that defense out of system in a hurry.
Lively ready, puts this one in play. Good pass this time to Hagan, who sets up Bruns in the middle. Punched up in the air by Vickers. Bump set over to Raymond, who sends it across. Scrambling Sandhills Valley. Moore is there. She'll send it over on the third. Free ball chance, Bobcats. Outside attack for Schwartz. Big swing, but she puts it into the net. And the point goes to Sandhills Valley.
And even if she doesn't put it into the net, the defense between Moore and Bruns was right there.
Peyton Moore ready. Puts it in play. Pass up into and through the rafters. And then sent over by Delaney Rogers, who finds the open spot in the far corner and puts it to the floor for the point.
That's twice tonight I've seen where the ball has gone through all those beams up there in the rafter without touching anything.
Greeley Rupek into the match now. The junior to the service line. Rupek sends it across. Pass toward the front, bumped up by Hagan, returned by Bruns. Played in the front row by Raymond. Now over to Schwarz. Schwarz the tip, covered nicely by Moore. Outside attack for Fetty. Tips it over, first a whistle, and South Loop is in the net.
You know, of course, it is kind of a low ceiling here. I think the lowest I can remember was the old Lariat up at Mullen. Now, granted, there wasn't rafters. It was just tile ceiling up there, but it was low.
End of the match, Sage Phelps serving for Sandhills Valley, and the serve goes wide and out. So on the service error, point and serve to South Loop. Maggie Burkle coming back into the match for South Loop, as stepping to the service line is the libero, Josie Reif. Reif puts it in play. Moore on the receive. Hagan will set it up far side for Fetty. Takes it down the line, covered by Reif, the libero. Now Vickers in the middle, off the block and good.
Charlie Vickers not afraid to take on the block and did a great job right there.
Timeout, Sandhills Valley. We're in the first set. South Loop 15, Sandhills Valley 7.
County Feeders in Oconto are always ready to help serve you. Manager Michelle Pearson and her team are there to answer any questions you may have. The question they enjoy answering most is how they can best help you. Give them a call today, 308-858-4455. They are ready to feed your cattle. Custer County Feeders in Oconto, there for their customers, ready to serve you, and proud to support the South Loop Bobcats.
Your friends at Klein Financial are honored to help with any of your health and life insurance questions, as well as any retirement planning needs you may have. You can reach them at 872-6810. Klein Financial, located in downtown Broken Bow. Out of the timeout, Reif at the service line, puts it in play. Scrambling is Hagan, keeps it alive. Hansen there for the return. Reaching out to play it is Lively. Now South Loop scrambling, and they'll send it back on the free ball. Set up outside for Fetty, trying to go down the line. Played by the libero, Reif. Pass to Schwarz, to Vickers on the slide. Played in the back row by Moore. Now it's Bruns. The roll shot from the back row goes into the net, and the point belongs to South Loop.
One time, you know, when you're on that standing spike, you've got to hit it cleanly every time to get that over.
Reif serving from the middle of the stripe. Bruns on the receive. Good pass. They'll set up Hansen in the middle. Steps back. Sends it across. Now Schwarz with the return. And Bryn Schwarz collects the kill.
We talked about the fact that sometimes you forget about Schwarz as a hitter. And someone that will come off the attack on the outside. But she showed it right there that she can do it.
Reif now coming to the left side of the service line, sends it across. The return over on one hit, and it will find the floor for Sandhills Valley.
Well, that was a mountain climber there that time. It just kind of crawled up the net and just went on the other side.
Substitutions for Sandhills Valley. Cameron Kramer, the freshman, will come in, I believe, for the first time tonight. And then checking in is Briley Kramer. She will go to the service line. Sandhills Valley with the serve, and the serve misses wide. Not by much.
Yeah, we've seen both the Kramer girls here in this match. We didn't see either one of them in the Twin Loop match earlier tonight.
Schwarz at the service line, puts it in play. Pass up in toward the net, trying to keep it alive is Hagan, but just really no good opportunity to do so. Point South Loop, and now the Bobcats lead 19-8 here in the first.
Yeah, like you said, not much they could do with it after, but she did a good job of playing that off the low end of the net.
Schwarz flies one to the back row. Good pass this time. They'll set the outside for Lair, and Lair on the swing sends it long and out. Point South Loop, and now the Bobcats are 5 away from taking the opening set. Schwarz sends it on its way. Pass to Hagan, who will bump it up over toward Moore, sends it across. Free ball chance for South Loop. They will set Vickers in the middle, who gets on top of it and drives it to the floor.
That was a very nice up and down right there.
South Loop 21, Sandhills Valley 8. Opening set. Schwarz continues at the service line. Bryn sends it across. Bruns on the receive. Hagan will set middle for the attack from Kramer. There to block it is Vickers. And the point goes to South Loup, who is now 3 away from going up 1-0. Schwarz ready, sends it on its way. Returned on one hit. Vickers mistimed the overpass, and that gives Sandhills Valley an opportunity at the net as going up to stuff it down, Cameron Kramer. To the service line for Sandhills Valley, Alexis Hagan. Hagan, good serve, puts it in play, pass to Schwarz, who will set up Vickers on the far side. My goodness, look out. Oh, man, what a swing.
Something tells me folks could hear that one on the radio, that thump that she just put into that ball.
And now Charlie to the service line. South Loup 2 points away from the set. Hagan will set the outside for more. Good swing, but it sails long and out. And now it is set point, South Loup. Vickers ready. Sends it on its way. Pass up toward the net. On the overpass, Delaney Rogers is there to put it to the floor. And South Loup takes the opening set by a score of 25-9. Set number 2 is coming up next. You're listening to High School Volleyball on KBBN.
Rocks Underground serves Central Nebraska with expertise in water and irrigation services. Need some help? Call Rocky Dockweiler at 870-3457. Rocky salutes the student athletes of the area and all the hard work they put in each and every season and is very proud of the young men and women that live in Central Nebraska. Enjoy this broadcast, brought to you in part by Rocky Dockweiler with Rocks Underground in Oconto.
Good soil starts with good seed. AeroSeed is big on performance and believe that clean, quality seed simply performs better. Soil Builder cover crop mixes from AeroSeed were developed to improve soil health and provide maximum benefits to the next planted crop. Cover crops planted after wheat, corn, or soybean harvest not only increase nitrogen supplies in your soil, but also reduce erosion, conserve soil moisture, reduce compaction, and suppress weeds. These benefits to your soil also benefit your bottom line. Learn more about Soil Builder cover crop mixes and how they can work for you by visiting aeroseed.com or your local AeroSeed dealer.
One thing we definitely desire perfection on is our vehicles. You want something that gets you to where you're going comfortably while looking great. Whether storm damage, deer damage, or insurance claim, take your ride to Rod's Body and Paint Broken Bow. They're the collision specialist. You should call 308-872-5346. Offering over 42 years of experience, they'll get you back on the road quickly without sacrificing quality. From dings and dents to full replacement and auto glass repair. Rod's Body and Paint, West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Well, as we make the set change, Thrivent Financial is proud to support our local sports teams as they work hard to achieve their goals. Thrivent Representative Scott Harvey is excited to help you reach your financial goals. He will help you create a financial strategy that reflects your priorities and protects what matters most to you. Whether it's insurance, investments, or planning for retirement, give Scott Harvey and Thrivent Financial a call today at 308-872-2511. We go to set number 2. South Loup will open with the serve. Bobcats victorious in set 1, 25-9. Bryn Schwarz at the service line as we start set number 2, and we start it with an ace.
Every single set that South Loup has played, they have jumped out to the lead. They scored first every time.
This is our final match of the night. Twin Loup victorious in our 2 earlier matches. As Schwarz sends it across. Trimble on the receive. They set it up over toward Lair, who sends it across on the third. Lively setting up Schwarz out of the back row. Big swing handled by Bruns, but the pass up in toward the net, and the point goes to South Loup. Opening 2 points of this second set go to the Bobcats. Schwarz ready, sends it on its way, just did climb over the net, kept alive by the Mavericks and returned on the third. Schwarz moves to the setter position, sets up Vickers in the middle, and Vickers collects another kill.
And she was looking at the area that was open, and it ended up hitting the net, and it went into the left front, but the left back was also open where she was aiming.
Schwarz the serve. It dives right in front of the back row of Sandhills Valley, and the first 4 points of set 2 go to South Loop, and calling timeout is Sandhills Valley. Well, the fall season is here. Shop at the Garden Center in Broken Bow. They have gorgeous fall mums in a variety of colors. For your fall planting, trees, shrubs, for fall landscaping projects, new perennials are in, ready to go home with you. Open Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and open Saturday, 10 to 2. Just turn 1 block south by the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. The Garden Center, proud to support our student athletes. Bryn Schwartz has served the opening 4 points of this match. South Loop leading 4-0 in the second. The Bobcats leading 1-0. Schwartz ready. Puts it in play. They'll pass to Hagan, who sets up Lair on the outside. Got a good swing, but hits it into the top part of the net, and the point goes to South Loop.
Yeah, it looked like she had a good opportunity to bring that across. Wow, we don't see this often. 6 new starters coming in. Have fun, Brent.
Yeah, we'll go to the program as a whole new change coming in for Sandhills Valley, and we'll try to get the names and numbers to you as we can. We see Kelsey Amos coming in, Natalie Sheets coming into the match, Cameron Kramer has checked back in, Natalie Newman, who we've seen tonight, she is in, Sage Phelps in to play the back row, and joining her to her right is Briley Kramer. Underway as Schwartz puts it in play. Newman will set it up toward the middle, returned by Kramer. Reif will pass to Schwartz, who sets up Lively on the outside. Tipped over on the second by the Mavericks. Bumping it toward the net, toward Vickers, tips it over, and it will find the floor. Point South Loop as the Bobcats go up 6-0, and now Coach Guthrie going to her bench. As coming in to play is Melcher Reif, the sophomore, and she'll come in to play the front row. Serve on the way from Schwartz. Sandhills Valley sets the outside. This is Newman, gets the attack. Scrambling is South Loop, and returning is Burkle. The return by Sandhills Valley outside the antenna and out. Natalie Sheets trying to return, but it goes on the outer part of the antenna. Called out, and South Loop leads 7-0 here in the second. Serve on the way from Schwartz, and that's an ace. And a timeout, Sandhills Valley. South Loop leads a set. They're up in the second, 8-0. Back with more after this.
Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialists get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Out of the timeout, Schwartz with the serve. Pass to the front, returned on the second hit by Sandhills Valley. Schwartz will set it up for Burkle, setting it over the net. Kept alive for the moment, but Sandhills Valley not able to return, and the point goes to the Bobcats.
It was a good job by Burkle just to get that one over, and Sandhills Valley, they were a little off kilter there, but still almost got it back.
Rachel Kemp Powers now in for the first time tonight. She'll play the front row for Sandhills Valley. Phelps on the receive of the serve. Sandhills Valley scrambling, but they will not be able to return. And the point goes to South Loop. Big service run by Schwartz to start this second set. Phelps on the receive again. They'll set it to the middle. Kramer takes a swing. Cameron Kramer, the freshman, puts it into the net, and the point goes to South Loop. Coach Guthrie now will go to her bench again as Anna Tolis will come into the match. She'll replace Lively. So Tolis is in. As to the service line continues to be Bryn Schwartz. Phelps on the receive. Pass into the net, kept alive. Trying to get it over is Powers, but Sandhills Valley not able to return, and the point goes to South Loop. And now Coach Victory going to go back to her bench and bring in her group of starters.
One of them's going to go in and come right back out is because Ani Trimble is also going to come in as the libero.
So Moore is back in. Lair is back in. Hagan, the center, is in. Bruns in. Also coming back in is Elizabeth Fetty. Hansen will return. Fetty will then turn and go out and give way to the libero, Ani Trimble, who is back in for the Mavericks. Bryn Schwartz ready to serve. She served 12 in a row. Tipping it over at the net is Hagan. Tipping it back is Reif. That's Nelcha Reif with the tip, but right into the outstretched arms of Tessa Hansen, who's able to block it back, and Sandhills Valley finally ends the service run of Bryn Schwartz. Serve from Hagan. Pass to the front. They set up Reif, that's Nelcha Reif with the attack. Dug out by Sandhills Valley, coming back the other way. Moore with a big swing. Peyton Moore, one of her best swings of the night, to give Sandhills Valley their second point of the set.
Well, Coach Victory setting her starters down, but then bringing them back, and they've responded well.
Chasing after it, Schwartz. Burko will set it over, taking it down the line. Diving save made by Bruns. Over to Trimble, who sends it across on the third. The setup middle for Nelcha Reif, but first a whistle. Double contact will be the call. Anatolis was trying to set it up. Collected kind of a double hit. And the point goes to Sandhills Valley. Serve on the way. Bumping it up in the air is Schwartz. Over to Burkle, sets it over the block, covered nicely in the front row by Hagan. Scrambling Sandhills Valley. Lair on the return. Pass to the front, punched over by Tolis. Sandhills Valley now scrambling again. Hansen there to send it back on the third. Free ball chance for the Bobcats. Outside attack coming over the net, down to the floor. The kill for Anna Tolis.
And a lot of excitement from the bench just down in front of us. Tolis gets that kill, and then now Reif will go back to serve.
This is Nelcha Reif. Sends it across. Bruns on the receive. Pass to Hagan. Sets the outside for Hansen. Josie Reif able to handle it in the back row. Kept alive at the net by Schwartz. Returned by Burkle. Coming back the other way, it's Moore. Dug out by Schwartz. Middle attack. Rogers tips it over. Played nicely by Hagan. To Hansen at the net. Taking advantage, Rogers. The pass was intended for Hansen, but the overpass set it up for Rogers, who then put it to the floor.
Rogers right around 6 foot there, and she has got the long arms.
Nelcha Reif sends it deep and a little bit too deep. That sails long and out. Point to Sandhills Valley. South Loop leading by a set. And they have controlled the second set. Bryn Schwartz started the set on a 12-0 run at the service line. South Loop leading 14-4 here in the second. That one bumped up by Schwartz over to Rogers, who sends it across. Pass to Bruns, a whistle, and a double contact against Sandhills Valley.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bruns, one of her teammates kind of bumped into her at about that time, and it caused that double hit.
Burkle out, Raymond back into the match to replace her. Josie Reif is at the service line, sends it across, and that is an ace.
And not often, Brent, do you see an ace where it doesn't touch anybody. And that one just fell right into the middle of everyone.
16-4, South Loop leading here in set number 2. Josie Reif, the libero for South Loop, puts the serve in play. Pass ahead to Hagan, who sets up more in the middle. Got a good swing, but hits it just a little bit wide and out. Point South Loop. Josie Reif ready at the service line. Sends it across, and that is another ace. Well, a good response for South Loop after that heartbreaking 2-1 loss to Twin Loop earlier in the night. Twin Loop won that in the third, 27-25.
And now we're going to see Aubrey Burkle come into the lineup.
Josie Reif at the service line, sends it across, chasing after it, Sandhills Valley. Moore tips it over the net, played nicely by Tullis. Now the return from Raymond. Sent up toward the net, saved by Hagan. Backing up to take a swing is Lair. South Loop with it on their side. The return by Rogers. Bruns handles in the front. Attack coming from Moore off the block. Kept alive by Burkle and then returned by Rogers. Hagan sets it. Middle. Bruns blocked back by Rogers.
Beautifully done. She got her long arms up there. Bruns really knew where she wanted to go and hit it hard, but Rogers right there to block it back.
Josie Reif ready. Pass to Hagan, who sets up Bruns. Big swing, but they're going to whistle 4 hits. They say it didn't clear the net. And now South Loop is 5 away from taking the match.
And again, if it cleared the net, I think Rogers was right in good position.
The serve taken by the libero Trimble. Outside attack from Lair. Off the block, down to the floor, and good. Coming back in for Sandhills Valley, we'll see Elizabeth Fetty. And coming in to serve, Natalie Newman. Newman at the middle of the stripe, ready to send it across, and does. Nelcha Reif on the receive, scrambling South Loop, and they will not be able to return. So Newman serves the point. Natalie ready and puts another one in play. Josie Reif on the receive of this one. They set up outside for Raymond. Raymond sets it over the net, covered by the libero Trimble. Bruns in the middle, rolls it over the block, saved by South Loop for the moment, but they're not able to play it off the pass. And the point goes to Sandhills Valley.
That's a nice roll shot that time from Bruns.
Newman floats it across. Nelcha Reif on the receive, scrambling South Loop. They'll return it on the third. See what Sandhills Valley can do with the free ball opportunity. Fetty on the receive. On the return, I should say. Coming back the other way, it's Raymond. Played by Newman. Pass over to Hagan. The setup for Moore. Peyton Moore with the kill. South Loop 20, Sandhills Valley 8 as we play in the second set. Newman ready. Josie Reif on the receive, returned by Rogers on the second, and she sends it to the back line. No one there to cover. South Loop with the point.
Yeah, sent it on a floater, so it didn't get back there in a strong way, but it floated right into that corner.
Tullis ready to serve for South Loop. Just did get it over the net. Fetty tried to play it. They do, and then they set it up on an overpass for Delaney Rogers, who slams it to the floor.
Bruns did a good job of getting to that just to get it over, but South Loop was set up beautifully when she did.
South Loop 3 away from the match. Tullis floats one short. Coming up to cover is Lair. Hagan bumps it up into the back row for Trimble, who sends it across. Now the setup for Rogers in the middle. The redirect finds the floor, and South Loop is 2 away from the match.
And we've talked about it most of the evening here that Delaney Rogers does a good job of looking the court over and finding the spots to push that ball to.
Serve on the way from Tullis, another short one played by Bruns. Now Bruns off the set, able to drill it to the floor. Well, Bruns is just a sophomore, Larry, and we have seen the potential of her. She's had some good swings through the night.
Yeah, she's got some athletic ability. You can see that she's got good up and down vertical.
Peyton Moore the serve. Josie Reif on the receive. They'll set it up over toward Raymond. Punched up in the air by Moore of Sandhills Valley, but it goes into the rafters, comes down off the rafters to the floor, and now South Loop will serve for the match. Delaney Rogers will serve it, puts it in play, returned on one hit. They'll bump it up over toward Josie Reif, who sends it across out of the back row. Bruns in the middle, takes the swing and puts it to the floor. Substitutions for Sandhills Valley. Re-entering to go to the service line is Sage Phelps. Match point, South Loop. Serve from Phelps into the net, and that will end the match. So South Loup able to bounce back after that tough loss to Twin Loup, 2-1 earlier in the night. They come back to defeat Sandhills Valley in straight sets, 25-9, 25-10 the scores. We'll come back and wrap it up from here at Stapleton after these words.
You're cheering on during this broadcast, practice and study in order to get their competition and schoolwork done right. At Trotter Service, they do the same, except with your vehicle repairs. Whether you need a new battery, brake work and alignment, tires, wheels, or an overhaul, trust their auto repair specialists to tackle the job. Don't forget bulk oil and fuel delivery and on-the-farm tire truck service too. Proud to help bring you this broadcast, Trotter Service in Broken Bow.
You want to regulate the temperature in your home according to what you're comfortable with, not based on what it's doing outside. Mead Lumber in Broken Bow looks forward to showing you the insulation solutions they offer to keep those outdoor temperatures out of your home. The Broken Bow location is still under construction, but they are excited to say that the front door is now open for use, helping to make you feel at home from design to finish. Mead Lumber, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Well, we come back to wrap it up from here in Stapleton. As we wrap up tonight, we'll just simply recap all of the action from tonight. Earlier in our opening match, it was Twin Loup winning in straight sets over Sandhills Valley 25-13, 25-19. Our second match was a thriller. Twin Loup won the opening set against South Loup 25-18. South Loup came back and tied the match, winning 25-23 in the second. And then in the third, we had to go extra points with Twin Loup winning it in the third over South Loup 27-25. Then the Bobcats come back strong to win the finale tonight, winning it in straight sets over Sandhills Valley 25-9, 25-10. Larry Cotner, your final thoughts.
Well, we saw 3 MNAC teams playing here, and it kind of gives you some ideas on how, Sandhills Valley is going to be one of the lower seeds, and they'll have to battle their way through the tournament here in a couple of weeks. But, when I look at this right now, not having seen Sandhills Thedford yet, I would have to think Sandhills Thedford and Soma Myrna, Twin Loup, South Loup going to be some of the favorites in the, going into that tournament in a couple of weeks. And don't sleep on Brady either. That's another team that I think has the possibility of winning the tournament. But I think it also could be any of those top 5 that could come away with the championship.
Yeah, it should be fun. That'll be coming up in the middle of October. And, man, you look at the calendar, that's like 2 weeks away.
Yeah, it'll be here in a hurry.
It will be. Great night of volleyball action tonight. We want to say thanks again to all of the great sponsors that made our broadcast possible on the radio on KBBN 95.3 FM. Big thank you to all of the great sponsors and businesses that made it possible for us to provide a live video stream accompanied by our radio call here tonight. Big thanks to Christy Wells helping us with the video portion of our broadcast tonight. For all the sponsors that made the broadcast possible, for Larry Cotner, I'm Brent Apperson. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Listening to our coverage of high school sports. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Also, a special word of thanks goes
the 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bow's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass, and Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.
He's just a strong opponent for any wrestler. I mean, undefeated state champ last year in the state finals the year before, a 3-time state medalist, and there, really nice takedown, good fluid motion by a guy that's wrestling 195 pounds.
Brady Skinner with it, up top. Fay at the buzzer, hits the 3, nice-looking shot.
To Folkers, back at the Grant, long 3, got it!
Nice, Cash attacks. Double, almost triple teamed, out to Connell, deep 3, hit it. That's a 3 for South Loup.
I have to make sure I set my cruise control when I drive after I watch this event.
Yeah, exactly. Car 204, the Yellow Viper of Ryan Firstenau. Hello to all our viewers out there. Thank you very much for tuning in. You get a look at where we're talking to you from.
You get second, 6 and now 5. Pandorf atop of the key 3. Good! Pandorf at the buzzer. Johnson hammered out towards center. Holm going back. Holm will dive, and did he make the catch? He did! Caden Holm, a diving catch across his body to the right.
Ball comes out of there. Who's going to hop on top of it? It's going to be scooped up by Cooksley. Inside the 30, the 20, 15, 10. Can he get there? He can. It's 6 points for Sandhills. Thedford on defense. The scoop and score.
Calderos sends it in the corner to Santos. A 3. Got it. His 3rd from downtown in the quarter.
With the bounce. Gets it into Ryan. Nice post move. Lays it up and in and scores 2.
10.2 seconds left. Plays it out to Pandorf, top of the key. Long 3. She puts it up, and that's going to go.
And they turn it over, does Hyannis. More could be showtime. Goes up and jams it. What a way to end the half for Mullen.
Finney lost it to Cash Gracie. Cash runs forward, dunks it, and looks over at his fellow students in the student section on the far side and gives a fist pump.
Pass to the elbow to Jackson Henry. Handoff Loy. Loy picked up by Miller. Loy bounces it inside to Henry. He'll put it up and score! And Ansley Litchfield has their first lead of the game.
That's a good-looking car out of Laramie, Wyoming again.
Can't get it to go. Lance Jones the rebound. Throws it ahead to Cash Gracie. He puts it home with one hand on the dunk.
The 3-2 pitch, swung on, and a little blooper to right field. That's a base hit. Bo's going to win. Coming in to score the winning run is Caden McKean, and Broken Bow wins the Mid-Nebraska League Championship game in walk-off fashion. Carter Johnson, a little flare to right field. Found the outfield grass. And Broken Bow has won the Mid-Nebraska League Championship.